Hello and welcome to Scarred Lands, Tears of the Weeping Maiden. Today we are streaming to raise money for RAINN, which is an amazing cause that helps out victims of sexual violence in all sorts of ways. It is a cause that's dear to my heart. It is a cause that I really believe in supporting, and so I would love to see if we can hit that little goal we have in the tracker up above. You will notice that my face, the GM Travis Legg, is not on display because my camera crashed right before the stream, so I am a scene missing today. But that's fine, we will limp through. Everybody else, I believe, should be where they're supposed to be, though, roughly.
Yeah, there's a few clips and things, but everybody's right. I'm looking at the stream for you, Travis.
I appreciate you. Thank you. So, we're going to dive right into it. I guess real quick, let's have our players just do a quick introduction of who you are and who you're playing, your pronouns, and just a quick blurb about you, I guess. So let's start with Chaz. Go ahead and give us your pertinence, please.
Hi, so my name is Chaz, he, him, and I research video game and music and storytelling. And right now I am playing Camras, the Triton Sorcerer.
Beautiful. Roz, give us your pertinence, please.
Hello, my name's Roz, she, her. I'm playing Dave Doombeard, he, him, also a Triton and a rogue.
Excellent. Next up, Beth, give us your pertinence, please.
Hi, well, I'm Befloon, she, her, or they, them pronouns, and I'm playing Octavia Callista, who is, forgot the name of the race,
Hollow
a ghost in
Legionnaire.
armor.
Yeah, Hollow Legionnaire.
That.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed. And Kitty, give us your pertinence, please.
Hi, I'm Kitty Raw. I'm a she, her. She, her, that's the words. I almost said she, shim. That's not a word.
We can call you Shim if you want to.
It could be a word.
I'm playing Zalapia Wallabeki, who is a Manticora ranger with a mariner background, so I am a sea lion.
That's awesome.
Love it. And last but most certainly not least, Trick, please give us your pertinence.
Hi, I'm Trick, or the hair Trick as it shows underneath my camera. I'm playing an Ironbred, which was one of the two choices in the other game that I played with Travis on Mondays and all that fun stuff. It's Wisteria Dalphon. They're going to be a he, him, just like I am. And yeah, that's really about it.
Sweet. And to get this party kicked off, I just want to let everyone who is watching know to help us reach our goal for this stream, you, the audience, can offer some assistance and support the party or the storyteller while you are supporting the charity. So if you go to the donation link and you give $5, you can give advantage on one roll to one player of your choice. If you give a donation of $15, you can give advantage on one roll to the entire party. At $25, you can give the storyteller, me, advantage on one roll. Furthermore, we have PDFs available at $40 and $50 donations. So go check that out at the Tiltify link. We are also, I just want to mention the Bodhana group because they've been a huge support to the gaming community in terms of applying things you learn at the game table to mental health. So also check them out. If you hit ! charity drive, you'll see the link to all of our Tiltify fundraisers and the Bodhana group. The Bodhana group is huge. Please throw them a buck if you can. All right, so to get the story rolling, you all have been contacted by a archaeologist by the name of Bobbin Loxley. They're a we haven't even started yet, Kitty. They're an elven mage, and they want to hire a team of explorers to investigate the rumored location of the Heart of Monoway. They finance the expedition and are willing to reward the party handsomely if they can return with the heart. But before you did leave, they did warn you that they purchased the treasure map at a rather unsavory auction in the city of Bloodport, and that there were several other groups who took a very keen interest in the information contained in the map. Now, I believe one of our players is, in fact, a cleric of Monoway. Is that accurate?
Of Monoway?
Yeah, Monoway is your deity. I knew that was accurate because I drew up the pre-gen.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a religion roll, if you don't mind there. Awesome. Yeah, with a 16. Beautiful. So you know the following about the Heart of Monoway. Long before the Titans' War broke the world, it is said that the goddess Monoway walked on both land and sea in equal measure. Monoway fell in love with a human who lived in the city of Rahel. She would emerge from the waves to greet her lover night after night. One day her lover did not appear on the shore to greet her, and for 3 days she waited, her fury growing brighter each hour. Finally, she disguised herself and traveled into the city to take her revenge. It was then she discovered that her lover had died, slaughtered by a marauding titan. Consumed by grief, Monoway carved her heart from her chest and hid it upon a remote island so she would never again be tempted away from the cold reaches of her oceans. The people of Rahel still claim that every so often Monoway can be seen walking the shores of the Blood Sea, waiting for her love to greet her. You are also aware that according to legend, the Heart of Monoway is an orb containing wondrous power that can do things like shake the earth and command the very sea itself and summon storms. So it's a very powerful relic as well. So this is this thing that this archaeologist would like to get their hands on. They're willing to pay you handsomely and provide you transportation. Your journey began from the city of Mithril on the coast of the Blood Sea. Is there anything specifically you would like to make sure you have before you would embark from civilization?
Parrot.
A parrot is acquirable.
Really?
Yeah, you get a parrot.
Would be a pirate
Are
with
we-
a parrot.
Are we
I have
getting
a
there
question.
by sea? Sorry.
Yes, you will
You
be
know-
sailing. There's a crew has been hired to escort you, and they will sail you across the Blood Sea to get there.
All right, so here's my question. So Monoway, is that a sub-dominion of Enkili?
Monoway is a descendant of Enkili.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna like pray to both of them then, because Enkili should be sailors and storms and luck and fate and all that. So
Yeah,
since I'm a
Enkili's
cleric.
Enkili's domain is largely everything that's above the surface of the sea. Monoway's is everything that's below.
Gotcha.
Got it. Cool. Yeah, because I did try to do my due diligence and research my character a bit, but I couldn't find Monoway anywhere. So I was like, I'm in Keely, and then you're like, no, you're this person. So now I'm all flustered, and all my work was for nothing.
It's not nearly as obscure as you might think. Monoway is one of the demigods, to use a technical term, of Skarn. But yeah, she has the dominion over the beneath, the deeps.
Gotcha.
So you're
Ooh,
perhaps.
can I get a game? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
Okay. Like Three Dragon Ante, is that like a normal game for pirates?
Sure. Yeah, you can grab yourself a copy of
Okay,
Three
before we
Dragon
set off,
Ante,
I wanted to jump in.
problem. Not a problem at all. So you're sailing to the island. Now, the trip from the shore of mithril to the shores of Thalian, which is the island that you are sailing to, is about 15 days or so, give or take. So, is there anything you would like to do to either A, speed that along, or B, pass the time whilst you're sailing across the surface of the Blood Sea?
Oh. I would
Well-
probably talk to the cleric a lot about everything he's praying to protect us, because I see omens everywhere, and they might be bad omens. I need you to
So
help
I will
us.
happily quote and misquote sacred scripts to you as much as I can, because I assume as a horse person I am not very good on the water. So I may or may not be a bit seasick.
It's fairly new to you, though you've always it's perhaps water, because the Ironbred are from a desert climate. Perhaps the very idea of access to water is what first drew you to Monoway's worship. And yeah, we can say this is the first time you've ever actually made your way to the surface of the sea. So you're maybe questioning a few life decisions on your way.
Yeah, I'm a little palish green under my fur.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm pale blue. We can match.
There you go.
So here's my question for you, Travis. While they're asking me stuff, I want to know if my character knows about all the awful shit in the Blood Sea, like the growths that grow on boats and stuff like that drive crews insane.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and make a. We would say that's probably going to be a nature or a survival check. Either one of those would be fine.
And I'm good in nature, so I'm not that good though. 10.
I mean, you're familiar with the idea. Blood barnacles are not uncommon, and most ships have some methods of trying to run them off or prevent them. Some maintenance they do at sea. So like that's probably your biggest concern right now.
Yeah, I'll explain that, and like I'm hoping Monoway protects us from these. I don't know how important it will be, and then I'll make up some bullshit scripture about how they've been trying to stop it for so long because Titan blood in the sea is bad.
Titan blood in the sea is bad. And yes, just for clarification for those of you who are new to the Scarred Lands, the ocean that you are sailing across is in fact actually red with the blood of a Titan. The water is completely dyed red as one of the Titans, Kadum the Earthshaker, had his heart ripped out, was bound in chains and thrown to the bottom of the Blood Sea. Oh, hey, the $25, I was just told by chat.
Oh, boy.
Thank you. The $25 reward is not available because the incentive did not activate for some reason. So let me go ahead and
because Tiltify sucks.
reactivate that and see if that works now.
I had many pleasurable times with my charity streams.
Sometimes they're a little challenging, so let me check and see if it's working now. Just wanna verify. Yep, it should be working now, I do believe. Oh, I see. Nope. This was not Tiltify's fault. This was mine. It's a user error. While I'm fixing that, though.
Don't admit that on stream. It was 100% Tiltify's.
100% Tiltify's fault. While I am fixing that, is there anything that we'll say cameras? Cameras? What would you like to do, please?
So the first day we get on, I'm gonna bond with this ship. And then whenever there's like a lull in the wind, I'm just gonna cast like warding wind on the ship to keep us going at least like 20 miles an hour.
Okay.
And then other than that, I'm just going to be pretty loosey-goosey and just kind of like get to know the crew.
And why don't you... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say the reason I was going to bring up the blood barnacles is because Octavia is a Hall Legionnaire, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm curious if the blood barnacles will form on the sentient piece of armor that's standing next to it.
Hey! What?
Yeah, I mean...
They will not hate the sea.
That would be my main concern, is I would bring up some stuff and then try and tie it into my scriptures about Monoway and then be like, this is also new. I wonder if blood barnacles can form on you.
That is a beautiful question. You just do not know. It is worth a bit of investigation, but probably not like trial and error right now.
You have to be careful about how you approach that. Don't touch my nose.
I have a question.
I have an answer for you.
Do I need to pay for the bird, or do I just have a bird?
You can have a bird. We'll say it would be probably a 1 gold.
Okay. I want to make sure I take out the gold from my inventory, so I'm...
That's
Sorry.
fair.
Yep.
I appreciate you keeping me honest about your gold.
Which was the game? I got something too.
A deck of cards, 2 gold.
2 gold.
Jeez, the parrots really aren't going for much, are they?
They aren't, especially not in Mithril, where they are fairly common.
What color is the parrot?
Gray. It's an African gray.
That might be
Beautiful.
a bad omen.
And while we're on the subject of descriptions, Chaz, can you please describe Camarus for me and the process by which, when you start casting these spells on the ship, what exactly it looks like?
Gotcha. So Camarus is a Titan with this like bluish greenish skin, and he wears this combination of like purple and teal robes. And in order to cast, what he does when he first gets on is he starts to like commune with the ship itself. As someone who is like very like comfortable with bodies of water and like vessels that like soar on the water, he has the ability to like become one with the ship itself, so that when he casts spells on himself, it also transfers to the ship.
Right.
Nice.
So when he starts casting like Warding Wind, a spell that generally would surround him with like buffeting winds and like what is it, like a 5-foot radius.
Yeah.
This instead surrounds the entire ship with like a whirlwind. You can also use gust of wind to cause the sails to like push themselves effectively should it get slow.
And if we ever get into some kind of like scrape, which definitely won't happen, I can also protect the ship, a little extra protection.
That's true. You can throw a little bit of magical safety on the ship. Okay. While we're doing descriptions real quick, Dave the Doombeard, please let us know what you appear like.
So I am definitely pulling from like the Davy Jones locker, so very Cthulhu-y kind of face.
Yes.
5-foot rogue, but like purple iridescent, because I got a lot of the chaos juice. I have a lot of that Titan blood where I come from, so very like chaotic, good Tritons. Like I love this subclass. I love or subrace of Tritons because they're really arrogant. And they're all the way down at the bottom of the ocean, and they just assume, like, you guys know how awesome we are. Like, oh, that's so funny. You don't know about the Great War 1812. That's okay. That's a funny joke. It's okay. We can move along, sweetie. And just, it kind of reminds me of Thor, the whole race. So Dave the Doombeard's actually sauntering over to Camarus, getting ready to be like, throw down. All right, Triton, let's go with this game set.
All right, yeah, let's do this. What are we doing? I don't know how to do this. Like, well, I'll figure it out.
Wonderful. And so you start sort of figuring out how to play.
3 Dragon Ante, let's go.
Let's go.
Whilst you're working on that, real quick, if you don't mind, is it Zalapia or Zalofia?
Zalopia.
Zalofia, please describe yourself.
I am Zalopia Wallabecki, which is my horrible pronunciation of the Latin name for a Galapagos sea lion.
Love it.
I have a horrible sense of humor.
I love it.
Yes.
Puns get you nothing but love on this channel.
My name's a pun. So
Ouch. Sorry, I got hit with a bird.
You're fine.
Yeah, sidetracked. Ow. So I am Manticora, which is a cat person. I am a sailor by trade because that's what I do. I'm a mariner. Mariner. That's words in English. So I'm a very dependable person. I have a very lovely tail, which sea lions don't have, but I am a Manticora, so I'm actually a cat person, so I do have a tail, but I look like your typical Galapagos sea lion, as I am a nice khaki brown with some darker brown fur and cutesy little whiskers and the darlingest little floppy ears because just adorableness. I don't actually think I have magic. I have 3 different versions of this character sheet up because confusion.
Yeah.
Oh, I do indeed. Never mind. I do. I now have Bird, which is going to be an African Grey, played by Jaganite, because I don't actually have a bird plushie.
That's awesome.
That's fair.
It's the only Pokemon I have with wings, apparently. But, yep. I'm looking for my long-lost friend, who I have lost at sea. You guys may have heard of her. Her name is Jacqueline Nero, and she is the best sea captain you've ever heard of. And even if she's not the best, you've at least heard of her. She likes to drink a lot of rum. And it's always gone, but so is she now. So.
I feel like we're going to be friends.
Perhaps she went for the rum. Perhaps that's what happened.
Perhaps. So I'm searching to find her.
I love it.
Along my journeys.
I love it. And Wisteria, can you describe yourself, please?
yeah, I'm Ironbread, which is a redeemed Sutak, I think. I'm essentially a horse person from the desert. I am a cleric of Monoway, not Inkuli, like I had originally thought. So my name, as the way that Ironbread work, is they give up all of their old names when they renounce the Titan spawn that made them, basically, and they love working colors in their name. So Wisteria, Dalphon, Wisteria is the color, and Dalphon's my actual name. So that's what I go by on this character, I guess. And I am a totally normal, not socially awkward, religious zealot.
I love it. I love it. And did we get a physical description of your camera, or were you just describing your I don't recall. Did you give me a physical description?
I gave a physical description, yeah.
Did you? Okay.
Blue, green, and teal.
That's
robes
right.
and-
I was chasing gremlins at the time, so I missed that. All right. So, you're going about your business, sailing, and yes.
I missed Babs.
Did I
Yeah,
not give?
did.
That was what I forgot. Octavia.
You forgot.
Knew I was
It's
forgetting
okay,
somebody.
Because if it wasn't because I give a faint bluish glow, people would forget about me, because I'm very quiet, deadpan ghost sitting in the corner, ghost arbor thing. I look like a human. I look like a female human, but you can kind of see through me because I'm ghostly. But I'm there. Like you cannot. I don't think you can put your hand through me, but you can see through me. And I wear this weird armor that has like this weird lighty pattern on it because I am attached to the armor. Can't exactly change clothes. I'm a ghost. I don't need to eat or breathe or sleep or do anything. I have some food in my backpack if anyone wants, but don't carry anything else for any other reason. I'm just here like, oh no, there's a bird. Oh no, the gods might be angry. Wait, no, the sea is fine. Then they might be on the good path. Like annoying the cleric with everything.
And
I have no idea. I am completely amnesic. I mean, is that a word? I don't remember my past. I have
Amnesic,
glimpses
yes.
of how I died. But that's it.
Amnesic, yes. And just for clarification for both yourself, the audience, and the other players, I guess that would be all three, not both. So you cannot push through your flesh, but people can sort of see through you. Like you're translucent. So if somebody tried to hide behind you, they would be seen, for example.
So I'm like a weird sea creature. You can touch me, but you can see through me as well.
Exactly.
You don't have kids. You're not transparent.
Right, just translucent.
Yeah. I also glow. Like
yeah,
at night, you can kind of see me brooding over the edge of this
right,
of the boat.
You do give off
looking at the water.
You do give off bright light in a 5 foot or dim light in a 5 foot radius, so you can be used as a candle.
Nice.
So,
I can hide.
with that. Dave can work with that.
So I do just want to verbally say thank you so much to Angry Carpet for the advantage. I will be using that to my advantage. And I would like to remind you all that you absolutely can give me or the players advantage by donating to RAINN during this stream. So, excuse me 1 second. I have to cough. Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, as you're sailing along, it's a relatively uneventful journey across the Blood Sea. You do notice a few kind of disturbing sights. There are some points where the crew members have to rappel down the sides of the ship to clear off blood barnacles, but not as much as you might expect otherwise, thanks to the sorcerer using the gusts of wind to protect the outside of the ship. You also do notice at one point an airship fly overhead, heading to another one of the islands of the Toe Islands, which is extremely rare. Those require vast amounts of magic that has not been seen since before the Titans War, to be able to power. You do also see, though it's at a safe distance, it never comes close enough to you to be a real cause for concern, but you do see a ship of the Blood Bosuns, who are the rumored to be servants of some strange deific sort of cult leader on the continent of Termana, and they sail these giant skeletal ships to collect people to whisk away to his dark carnival in the Blood Bayou. So you see these things at a bit of a distance, but nothing comes close enough to really cause a problem. And thanks to Camerus's aid, after about 12 days at sea, you find yourselves at the shores of Thalian. Now, the crew that was hired to bring you to Thalian and from Thalian. They have not been hired to go on to the island with you, and they will not be doing so. You have been given a rough map that they believe will lead you to the Heart of Monoway. And they basically pull up as close as they can, sink anchor, and give you like a little rowboat to bring yourselves up to the shore of Thalian.
I will dive into the water and swim to shore.
I'm going to try to race her.
I'm jumping in too.
All right. Since two of you have a swim speed and one of you does not, it's a slightly unfair race. You zip over to the shore pretty quickly. I assume that Wisteria and Octavia are staying in the boat.
Yeah, I'm not touching that water.
Probably a good call.
I'll row then.
Excellent.
I do not know if I know how to swim.
That's valid.
We shall not find out today.
Not the day to experiment, right?
No.
I love it. So you do make your way to the shore, and eventually your feet touch down on soft white sand on the shore of Thalian. A foreign bird call splits the air, calling your attention to the vast and verdant jungle before you. So this is kind of, if you I don't know how far out you are zoomed on your own personal maps right now, but if you look around, this is kind of the setup that you have. There's a bit of white sand at the very edge of the shoreline, but rapidly going into this thick sort of jungle. Is there anything you would like to do? And the map does indicate this path right here is kind of the direction you would like to go. So is there anything you'd like to do before you head deep into the jungle?
I'm
I'd
just
like to
gaining my
walk around.
bearings. Yeah. I'm happy to be off the water and back on sand.
Right on, yeah. You have this little like, these are just 5-foot squares, so it's like a 30-foot strip of like familiar ground.
Yeah, I'm very pleased and not super excited to just be running off into the jungle.
Right on.
I have a little bit of hide in my inventory, so I'd like to cut myself a little pouch and scoop some sand into it.
Okay, you make yourself a little sandbag, just in case you run into a Raiders of the Lost Ark style situation with the heart. That is fair. Anything else that you would like to take care of?
I'm gonna walk around and see if I can find any signs like thieves can't kind of like, oh, people are over here, don't go there.
Anything
walk
marked?
about the shore real quick.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Okay, not that one. This is my first time using this. I'm really excited. Wait, that's just...
It would just be an intelligence check if you don't have investigation.
Oh, let me see. I do not know that. Skills. Investigation. I have a -1. Good. So we'll do the intelligence check -1.
Oh, it's already figured in.
Oh, perfect.
Yep, so you got a 9.
A 9?
You don't notice anything particularly marked in this area. There's not any signs that anyone's been through here recently at all.
Let's see.
I got a question.
I have an answer.
How big is this island? Like, how big did it look like from the boat? Is it tiny or like?
No, Thalian
No,
is one of the larger of the Toe Islands. It's big enough that when you're up toward it, you cannot see its edges.
Okay, that's good.
So it's, yeah. The Toe Islands so named because early cartographers thought that they were the toes of Kadum, because there's 5 of them that stick up out of the water. So.
That's cute.
This is the big toe.
Right, you're basically on the big toe.
Cool.
Okay.
No, I'm just gonna move towards the path because I am unaffected by any of this.
All right.
Stop at the beginning of it. Look at the party.
Is anyone going to take point on your journey into the jungle? Do you want to stop and take some things in
I stopped
beforehand?
right before the path enters the jungle. I'm just like,
Yeah, let the walking glowtorch lead the way, please.
The rogue is 200% fine with that idea.
I'm going to, as the ranger, kind of be off to the side of the glowtorch, and I'm going to send Dragonite, my parrot, up to fly above us in loose circles.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me a survival check, if you don't mind. Since you are the ranger and you're doing kind of the scouting, let's do that.
Give me a sec, I'm trying to figure out this character. There it is. I clicked it. Did it work?
Oh, you did. It did.
oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh, short crap.
How? Oh gosh.
You gave
You're
disadvantage because you're the DM.
I didn't do it. Wasn't me. So, with that result, you almost immediately come off the map and just start kind of wandering through the jungle. You kind of are like, oh, I see the path goes this way, but we're going to just shortcut down here, I think, and start walking along. And so now what we need to do is I'm going to go ahead and take advantage the advantage that was given to me and use it on the first random encounter check of the day. So let's see what that brings us, shall we? So our first result was a 4. Our second result, a 9. So excellent. As you're wandering along, like not very long after you get off of the path and start taking what Zalapia believes to be a shortcut, you hear some rustling in the shrubs next to you. And let's have everybody go ahead and give me a perception check, if you don't mind.
Did do the thing. It did. Oh, why is my name still that in the game?
Oh, I thought I got the 6 again.
All right.
Seriously.
Dave,
I love
you
that it's
notice...
a death spelling, but in my sheet it doesn't say death spelling.
It said perception, right? It's like
Yes.
the only one I don't have. All right, hold on.
Yes, that'd be a straight wisdom. You should have perception on there, I believe.
It's next to the wisdom thingies.
Yeah. I got charisma. I got wisdom twice. I
Yeah, you
think
have a
it's-
wisdom save if you hang over
And then a
him.
check. But yeah, no perception.
Okay.
But are you
That's
on the like build the sheet or the character sheet?
If you
Yes.
look at the there's that little quick bar on your on Astral.
Yeah, I
that has your
expanded it.
rolls on
It's not. It's not
Right.
even.
You're doing buttons.
What
I was
the
doing
shit?
piece of paper.
Did I drag over insight instead of perception or something, or do you just not have perception?
I just straight up don't have perception, but there we go. That's just a perception roll. I don't
Okay.
think that's a check. So
Yeah.
that's probably wrong.
Let's find out.
Did it even roll?
It looks like it did not come through. Let's give it a... Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there it is.
There it is.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, I had to go find it. It's not on my listeroni. I would know because Bifrons uses perception constantly.
Right. So, on the bright side, Cameras, you probably... Well, you might not notice this. Zalapia, did you give me a perception check?
Yeah, they hit a 22 up at the top.
Oh. That is right. Okay. So I just need to check.
Thank you, Trick.
Yeah, I got everything organized by myself. Don't worry.
Okay.
I forgot.
Yeah,
my
so
name.
at these rolls, everybody except Dave pretty much notices the exact origin of this crunching sound
That's
as
the crunching sound.
a basilisk comes running forth
Oh, wonderful.
Oh yeah, we got.
out of the
Right into it.
shrubbery. So, with the arrival of that basilisk, let's go ahead and have everybody roll their initiatives.
Super initiative of -1.
I would like to look at the basilisk and say, yes, yes.
That doesn't look too much like that basilisk. It has so many legs.
It has a British accent. It's okay. I'm sure he'll understand.
Oh, sweet. See you in 2 turns when I finally get my initiative. Oh, look, a basilisk. I trip and fall into the ocean.
This is probably a great time to remind you all that you can, in fact, grant the party advantage by donating $15 to RAINN. You can also grant one player advantage with a $5 donation. And you can give me advantage with a $25 donation. So it's up to you. Do with that knowledge what you will.
Or you could give a bunch of smaller donations that add up to 25 and give us
That's true. Those are all options. All those options are on the table for you. So, the first initiative does go to Camrus. Camrus, you sort of spin around as you catch this basilisk just starting to emerge from the shrubbery. What would you like to do?
And I assume I'm aware enough about Basilisk to know, like, don't look.
Yeah, there's no question about
Okay.
what this thing is to you, to all of you. This is a common creature.
Good. Okay, good stuff. So I'm gonna avert my eyes and run up kind of next to it, where I think next to it, and then be sad that I did not cast Mage Armor when I first stepped on the land of death. So we'll do that now.
Excellent. You avert your eyes and cast Mage Armor while directly next to the basilisk.
Yep.
I cannot possibly imagine how this might go wrong.
It is going to be great.
Octavia, it is your action. What would you like to do?
I first have a question for the DM, because that does not look like a Harry Potter basilisk, and I do not know what that is, so maybe my character knows, but I don't.
So basilisks just have several legs. They are not a serpent. They're a lizard, but they have 8 legs, I believe.
Do they do the thing where if they see you, they kill you too?
If they see you, they can turn you into stone, actually.
Oh! So it's like a Medusa thing.
Yes, they can petrify you. They have a petrifying gaze like a Medusa.
That would be interesting. No, I'm just gonna go up to it and smack it.
All right, so you run up,
Because how dare this evil thing
take a swipe at it. Now, are you trying to, I will let you know, since this is your first time engaging with it, you can try to avert your eyes against looking at it to make yourself immune to its gaze for the turn. By doing so, you would suffer disadvantage on your attacks against it, and it would have an advantage on attacks against you. Do you wish to avert your eyes, or do you wish to just take the chance and swing on it?
Is petrifying a permanent condition, or?
Until someone uses restoration magic on you, yes.
And do I know if somebody has that in the stupid party from hanging out with them for 15 days?
I do not believe you know for sure who.
I'm wondering even if a Hall Legionnaire can be petrified.
I mean, for science.
I do have a body.
Yeah,
I
I'm sitting here
suppose,
going,
so.
yeah, I think you should just look it in the eyes.
Let me be the new D&D player, please. I will. No, I will. I'm gonna take my risk and not close my eyes, but I'm not gonna look it in the eye. I'm gonna look at it at the many feet that it has and try to chop a few of them off with my longsword.
All right. Are you using that one-handed or two?
That's a lot of things. Oh Jesus, 2.
All right. So you don't have
Wait, is it?
Well, actually, we
No,
just got
1, because I have a shield. So.
Okay. We just got a $20 donation, so I would like to very much thank Prathis for that. So you can use your advantage from that donation on this if you wish. It would cancel disadvantage from looking away, or you can still keep your eyes on it and use it with a regular advantage.
Let's use it with regular advantage. If it's dead, it can't look you in the eye.
That's fair. So go ahead and click on where it says the advantage, disadvantage. Beautiful. And then
I just rolled it again.
Yeah, you're fine. That's fine too. So you got a 22, you hit. Where you see all the delayed rolls, you can click your damage.
Cool.
Yep. And then
Whooping 4 slashing damage.
Yep. But it's 4 slashing. So you come down on it and you slice into it, and you do part its scales, and some blood pours out, but it does look over like right at you. So it will take 4 damage. It does not yet have an action. So that brings us to Zalapia. What would you like to do?
I would like to aim my... Sorry.
Talking to myself.
I would like to aim my longbow at it and shoot it. Wait, I'm next to it. I'm to hit it with a longbow, cause I'm a dum dum. I'm gonna slash it with my short sword, please.
All right, are you going for one short sword or two?
Two.
All right, so you pull both short swords. Swipe, swipe, that's fine. Are you going to do this while looking toward or away from the basilisk?
I'm going to be looking at its feet, knowing that I need to aim higher.
Okay. So we will say that those rolls would have disadvantage. You can sacrifice your advantage to make them straight rolls if you would like.
How do I roll with the disadvantage? I'll just...
All right, so you make your first attack for the short sword. And then where it says delayed roll for advantage, disadvantage, tap that.
Right, hold on, I've got Astro going crazy on me right now.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
the chat server's having a bit of a time with us.
It's just spinning.
I vote she nailed it.
Yeah, seconded.
All right. So go ahead and tap where it says delayed roll.
I don't see where it says that.
In the chat? Where your short sword came up?
It's not come up for me yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see it either. It's still spinning.
Well, come on, chat. Let's behave ourselves. Well, Astral Chat
It is that for me. It says delayed roll.
Yep. Go ahead and tap where it says delayed roll for me, Beth, if nothing else, because if you can see it.
It doesn't do anything.
Ah, our chat server is misbehaving. Go ahead and hit short sword again for me, if you don't mind.
Hopefully, Deb.
I got the
That's my
triangle
cause.
of doom.
I just got
Oh,
it
good.
too,
That
yeah.
clip didn't
Me
go
too,
through.
yeah.
The triangle will cause that.
Yeah, I'm just getting.
It says
nonstop
everyone's back
guys
now.
showing up.
There we go. All right.
Huzzah.
So 21 would be, so your result would be the 10, which is the lower of the two. Or no, you went for the straight roll, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
I
So,
went
yeah.
with. I don't even know anymore.
you're canceling your disadvantage, right?
Yes.
So the first short sword misses, the second short sword hits. Now, if we tap damage, are we not behaving ourselves, chat? Oh my goodness. There we go. We got 3 slashing.
Fantastic.
Jeez. Everybody's just poking it, pissing it off.
Pretty much. But right now, its main attention does seem to be on remaining on Octavia. So, with that being the case, that brings us to the Basilisk. And it is going to start its turn looking at Octavia. And this does not take an action from it. So, at the start of its
Am
turn...
I just petrified now?
it can force a creature, if a creature starts its turn within 30 feet of the basilisk and the two of them can see each other, the basilisk can force that creature to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. So I would like you to go ahead and make that save. Now, you are not
Should have saved my
surprised.
advantage for this.
You are not.
It's literally Ka from the Jungle Book.
You are
Got
not surprised, so you can avert your eyes to avoid the saving throw. Oh no, I'm sorry. You can't. You have to do that at the start of your turn. So yeah. That's,
Yeah, I didn't.
So yep, you didn't. So yeah, go ahead and give me that saving throw, please. Constitution saving throw is a 15. You are good to go. No effect.
I will stand my ground.
Beautiful. That, however,
might
was only
Fire
its.
my ship a little bit more.
That was only its gaze. It does still have its attack routine. So, it is going to. I believe it just gets one attack, yes. So it's going to go ahead and take a bite at Octavia because it is pretty pissed off at her. All right, so I assume an
You
8
cannot poison.
does not hit you, correct?
An 8 does not hit me. I am also very resistant to poison, so this thing is gonna have a hard time.
Indeed. You're like a very frustrating can of beans it's trying to open.
You can't poison a ghost.
No luck so far. Dave, what would you like to do?
So Dave is going to calmly walk all the way around, like hat down, boop over the eyes, walking calmly by sound all the way around the commotion to the back. And how much of that movement does that take up?
Well, you got 5 feet per square, so.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, good. So I'm by the big tree.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna attack him.
Using what?
So I'm gonna wait. Can we pretend like that was all one movement? Just the tree made me feel really safe, so I beeline that way.
Sure.
Okay, because it'll still be 30 feet. And I'm gonna use the rapier on him, my sword.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my advantage. Thank you for the advantage. And I'm gonna use the special sneak attack for the rogue person.
Beautiful. All right.
Okay, so just click those.
Yep. So just, first go ahead and hit the sword attack.
The rapier. And then sneak attack.
Yep.
Oh, the rapier didn't go through. There's the rapier.
Okay, and then hit the advantage, hit the delayed roll on the advantage disadvantage.
Wait.
There we
That
go.
one. Okay, there we go.
So yeah, at advantage you got a 24. That definitely
So-
hits.
Click the damage.
Yep. So go ahead and click your damage on the rapier and then the damage on the sneak attack. So 7 plus 9 is 16.
16. Nice.
So you walk up and just stick it like right behind the ear, and it lets out this horrific squeal as it takes 17 points of damage. And is
I
quite
regret
cross.
not having enough movement to go back, but I don't regret what I did.
That's fair. It's quite cross, and it does appear to be in quite a bit of pain. And that brings us to Wisteria. What would you like to do?
I'm moving back onto the sand.
I like it.
And then, since I know it's a basilisk and it's as much as I wanted to give me the googly eyes because 8-foot pink aardvark, as someone said in your chat, I'm going to cast blindness deafness on it.
Beautiful.
And try and blind it.
I love it. I love it. So it needs to make a save.
Con
Yes.
12.
Con
Yeah,
12?
Which it should probably nail. If I had to wager
Well,
a
we'll
guess.
see how that goes.
Yeah. So I just
Oh, yep, sure
wiggled
does.
my fingers at it and nothing happened. Got it.
You did your best. You did your best. You get an A for the day for effort. Cameras.
We're all stabbing. So I will also stab
Mm,
with my trident.
Stab is handy.
Go team.
And are you using the advantage, or did you use the advantage already?
I did not use the advantage. I will use the advantage this time to make it a equal roll.
All right, so go ahead and hit your delayed roll for your advantage disadvantage.
I cannot see it on my screen.
All right, let's see here. Did not
I
the
need
chat
to refresh.
chat result not
not
show up
there.
yet?
Nope.
Nope.
Hmm.
I'm
Showed
gonna do
up for
a
me.
quick refresh.
Yeah.
I personally really like how Astral's like, everybody logged in and logged out at the same time over and over and over again, and how
Yeah.
it overlaps all
Chat.
the information that you want to look at.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. That might be
I should not see it.
a ticket that I'm
There
gonna
we go.
put
That's
in
a
for that.
yeah. Please do put it in a ticket for that.
Yeah.
15 does hit absolutely. So let's drop those damage if you don't mind.
All right. 5 piercing.
Excellent. It takes 5 piercing, and it's not going to do a goddamn thing about it.
Good.
And that will bring us to Octavia.
Every time I hear Octavia, I just get that Activia jingle stuck in my head.
Same.
No! Oh my god. I have been defeated by the marketing campaign of fiber yogurt.
Yeah. I mean, you're a Hall Legionnaire. You might need it, honestly.
It's true. It certainly
I
wouldn't
don't
hurt.
need to eat.
You might be blocked up. You don't know.
Right. Maybe that's why you're not
You
eating.
would see
That could
it.
have been how you died in your past life. Who knows?
We don't talk about that here. Stare yourself into the distance. Flashbacks moment. I just realized that I'm not doing my paladin things because I am very confused with all the character sheets.
That's fair.
But I don't think I can do the. Just correct me if I'm wrong, Travis, but I don't think I can do the Channel Divinity Sacred Weapon and also attack in the same turn.
Yeah, Channel Divinity is a bonus action. So
that is okay.
Yep,
But it
so-
does say as an action.
Oh, but does it? Here, let me look at it. Which one is it? It's the. Give me 2 seconds while I.
I'm looking at it on the D&D Beyond. So
Yep.
Channel Divinity Sacred Weapon. As an action, you can imbue a weapon that you're holding with positive energy. And for a minute, it does cool things.
Okay, so yeah, so you have to take your action to do it, and then on the next turn, it starts taking that. That takes effect.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna do it.
Okay, and would you like to avert your eyes while you're doing that?
Yeah, would I be able to just put my shield in front of my face?
Absolutely, yeah.
While I'm holding
Averting
my
your eyes.
sword?
Averting your eyes can be a number of things. It could be actually looking away from it, or closing your eyes, or putting a shield in front of your face. Whatever it is, they all have the same effect.
Like,
Beautiful. All right, cool. So that's your action. Your weapon starts to glow with holy energy. Zalapia,
yes, I am the glowiest.
what would you like to do? You are the glowiest. You're a living glow stick. It is now Zalafia's turn.
I'm going to swing my swords at it again, please.
All right, swipe. Okay, so the first short sword attack does not go the way you had planned. As that sword flies from your grasp, and you hear it like bounce off a couple of trees in the jungle behind you. But, like, that's pretty much gone. So now you're down to one short sword.
Oh no.
The second short sword, however, let's see how that turns out. That one, you hit it on its back, and it like bounces back off. Doesn't seem to break its hide.
Cool.
So you did your best.
I'm sad. Miss sword.
All right.
Sad.
You did your best. Next time, Gadget. All right, and that will bring us to the Basilisk. So the Basilisk now has a new best friend, and that new best friend is the person who did it the most damage, and that would be our friend Dave, right? So Dave, it looks over at you. I need you to make.
And I try to intimidate it.
You can try, but first you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Damn it. Okay. I can do that. I do not have that button.
So then it would just be a Constitution check. It means you're not
Check,
proficient
right.
with saving throws. Okay, yeah, you're good. It does not work.
Okay.
However, it is also going to bite you, which does not require you to make a save yet. Does a
Does the
15?
intimidation help with that? I'm really
Um,
good at it.
You can try it on your turn.
That's fair.
In the interim, does a 15 hit you?
Damn it. Yes. I'm a 14.
All right, you take 12 points of piercing damage. And
No, she takes half.
She takes
Because
half?
screw you, I have iron reduction.
Excellent. So you're going to use iron reduction to reduce that by half?
Yes. I'll
Excellent.
take the other 6.
Excellent. Well, and then you'll take 6 plus 3 poison, and the poison will get reduced to 1. So you're going to take 7, Octavia, and you will take 6, 7, 8 for Dave.
Dave's gonna buy you something nice, Octavia. Don't you worry.
Excellent.
Maybe a nice body.
And when she uses this is not like her stepping in the way of the blow. Like wisps of spectral energy come off of her flesh and wrap around you and create like a small barrier around you for a moment before snapping back into her body.
That's so cool.
We
And
just
then
picked
suddenly I
him back
have
up.
bruises. I know I don't.
And that brings us to Dave. What you got?
Oh, good. So I want to try to intimidate him before I roll.
Okay, go ahead and make an
Is
intimidation
that like a
check.
thing I can do? Because I haven't often tried to do this.
You can. You're going to be at a disadvantage because you don't speak Basilisk.
That's true. It's gonna be more of a posture thing.
That's fine.
So intimidation.
Still not bad. It will go ahead and make a Constitution or a Charisma save, I should
Like
say.
all my little Cthulhu tentacles are like a rattlesnake.
So it like
And I'm like,
squeals and screeches, and it starts to run. It does not withdraw. It doesn't disengage, rather, because it doesn't know that it should, and it doesn't have an action to do so. So it takes off running this way, provoking opportunity attacks from Dave, Camrus, Octavia, and Zalapia.
Nice. Is that just like another longsword attack thingy
Yep.
or whatever? we were
Camrus, you
calling?
poke and
they're
miss. Zalapia, you catch it with a claw. Absolutely.
But this is the divine longsword now, right?
Yep. All right. So.
That would be a +4 to that.
Yep.
2 hits, I think.
So Octavia and Zalapia both hit on
Ooh,
that.
what about Dave? I clicked it.
Dave just missed.
Okay.
All right, so it takes 3 slashing from Zalafia's claws and 8 slashing from the longsword, plus your what's the damage bonus from your weapon?
I don't think there's damage bonus. It says it's a magical weapon if it wasn't already. It doesn't give me a number.
Okay. So
I have bonus to hit.
right, it gives you a bonus to hit. All right. So now you can divine smite if you want to.
Can
I
I don't
believe.
have that.
Let me check
I
your
don't
paladin.
have divine smite.
Oh, don't you? Okay.
Oh no! Yes, I do.
I was gonna say I
I
thought
am so
paladins
sorry.
got that at first
Okay.
level.
I always put it in the spell section. That's where I was looking for it, and it's not there because that was for the other smite. Bear with me. Yeah, no, that is 2d8 extra radiant damage.
If you want to drop that, you can. It costs you a spell slot, but why not?
How many spell slots do I have? Freaking. Yeah, sure. Smite it.
So just go ahead and roll 2d8. Yep.
Okay, 5.
All right. So 5 plus 8 is 13. Plus 3 is 16 points of damage. It is still up, but it is hurt bad as it starts or continues, I should say, running away.
Dave says, "I love it when they run."
Oh no, wrong way. There we go. That's better. All right. So it starts hauling balls and makes it about that far onto the path that you all just sort of shunned on your way out. Wisteria, it is now your action.
Guiding bolt on that.
Excellent.
Aardvark. So I guess I roll targeted spell.
Yep. Roll targeted spell.
15?
Oh yeah. Yep. That tags it. So go ahead and roll your 4d6 of radiant damage to it. In the event that it lives.
9.
All right. So you call upon Monoway and let go a bolt of divine energy, and this basilisk just sort of explodes, just soaking the entire path there in gore. And the basilisk has been defeated.
Okay. We did it.
Woo, go team.
Monoway guides us.
With the basilisk dead, I'm going to go look for my sword, please.
Give me an investigation check.
Yes, sir. I was surprised you didn't tell me no. Nope.
No, you can look for it. 11? Yeah, you're able to track it down.
Oh, thank the Lord.
It's not that
I got
bad.
this from my long lost best friend Jacqueline.
Takes you about 10 minutes to find the sword. Is there anything else that you all would like to do while she's digging around for her sword in the dirt?
Yes.
Hmm.
I
What's
want to
that?
heal the Triton, purple Triton dude.
Okay.
I want to pat it in on the head.
All right. Pat him on the head and drop some
It's
lay on
alright.
hands.
Yeah.
He's like, so you do this often?
How much are you healing him for?
No. I don't know how much you're missing. I do have a little pool that I can use.
Yeah. How hurt are you?
I am
How hurt are you?
16 out of 24, so I'm down 8.
I can totally put you up to total health.
And you can also lay on hands yourself if you want to.
Dave's down for that.
I just pat my own head.
Very good.
Was it like pat like so you do this often? No, but I should.
Nice. Love it. All right. So
where the hell is my Leon Hansel? Two character sheets like not find it. Hold on, you can totally go do things.
sure.
Beth, check the hotbar
Where?
at the bottom of the map. Next to your character's icon. Travis has put some on there, so it might be there.
I'll find it, you guys go on.
All right.
Dave's gonna look for treasure. He's gonna look through all the gore and see if there's any valuable stuff he can sell somewhere.
Go ahead and make a investigation check. I'll go ahead and heal
Great
you.
at that one, Travis.
Sorry. I don't know who
You
built your
tried
character.
so hard. It's bad.
Yeah. No, there's some gore.
Good, good.
It got mulched pretty severely. The divine retribution of Monoway was not fucking around with that basilisk.
Yeah. Speaking of that, are its ribs intact?
Sure, I'll give you a rib.
Like a few, like half a rib cage almost, is what I was thinking. Like it's still put together.
Sure, why not? You can have some ribs.
Cool. So I'm gonna grab it and then I'm gonna start playing music on its rib cage to appease Monoway.
I love it.
Since they like music.
That's fair. Yeah, you start banging out a jaunty tune. After you finish playing your tune, Zalapia walks back, swinging her short sword. Like, hey, it's still in one piece. What would you like to do from here?
Did Octavia heal herself?
Yes,
Okie dokie.
everybody's healed. So, Octavia, you would have spent a total of 15 of your lay on hands, which I think is your whole pool, right?
Yes.
All right.
Is it 15? Is
Yep.
8 and 6? No, it's 14.
14, sorry.
That was
you
down
have,
6.
so you have
Right?
one left.
And she was down 8.
Yep.
Yes. Important.
One hit point left in your lay on hands pool.
Hey, that might rest somebody.
You want to make another survival roll there, Zalapia?
Yes, I sure do. This won't go badly this time, you guys. It won't.
Okay.
See?
So Zalapia looks around and points at the trail and is like, we should go that way. And you begin walking along the trail. The next hour or so is pretty much walking through similarly, overgrown areas where the trail is pretty rough to follow, but not so much that you get yourself lost. It twists, it turns, it gives you a little bit of a hard time. But you manage to keep yourselves on the trail. So, I don't know why this extra character keeps getting brought in, so let me fix that real quick. While I'm
Just
fixing...
our spirit guide, my new character.
Right.
Say it really fast, that's its name. My new character.
While you're... While I'm fixing that, you should all donate to RAINN so that you can help an amazing charity while also giving myself, the player's advantage, or getting yourself a Scarred Lands PDF. They have a couple of them on offer. $50 would get you the core book PDF as well as The Wise and the Wicked, which is a collection of NPCs and monsters and all sorts of nasties to include in your campaign. I currently use that for the main antagonist on Scarred Lands Sins of Shelzar, though I probably shouldn't have said that with one of the players on the stream. All right.
They're pretty impressive characters for sure. I actually play a Hollow Legionnaire, so I love hearing how your character, the Octavia, is doing this. It's fantastic.
Indeed. They are super fun. The Hollow Legionnaire is my favorite race, hands down. Ironbred are a close second, though.
Softy's the only way. Sorry.
So, as you're walking along throughout the woods, the jungles, you see the trail starting to take another turn, and I would like to go ahead and make another check. About an hour in, we're going to just kind of see what you might run into as you're walking along.
So, perception, or are you making a check?
I'm making a little check here.
Oh boy.
Dun 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 dun.
The
I
dice.
like no light.
Everyone's in trouble.
All right. So let's have you all give me another perception check, please.
Yeah, we're definitely in the jungle.
Those
Definitely
are
in the
trees around us. Where are you? There. That's a palm tree. It's a good omen. We're where we have to be.
Coconut tree.
So basically everyone except for Wisteria notices you're sort of being paced by something that is, again, moving through the trees. And you look over and you do catch some familiar glimpses of that sort of, what was it that somebody had called it? The
Aardvark?
Aardvark. What color? Pink Aardvark?
Pink.
Yeah, you see like that pinkish sort of scale, probably about 50 feet to the north, moving through the woods or through the jungle alongside you. However, you then feel more than hear kind of a low rumble. And that pink aardvark looking thing, or the basilisk, is those of us who are committed to remaining in a fantasy world would call it, like stops dead in its tracks and runs off. And there's another like low rumble. And this time you barely register it as hearing it.
More of we felt it type of thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't notice my character specifically.
You specifically did not notice it.
Or a volcano.
It seems a little too sudden for that and a little too short.
There is something that is angry here.
It happens again, and as this happens, Cameras, you feel like the water in your water skin splosh.
I'm gonna turn to Dave. Like, do you feel that? Do you know what's happening?
Dave's like slowly backing away.
Oh.
Now you all hear it, a distant, loud boom, and it's followed by a crunching sound.
I don't know where we should go, but we should not be here. We should move.
I disagree and think that might be thunder from Monoway guiding us to where we need to go.
Good luck, broski.
These hooves were made for walking.
But we might be wise to do that stealthily.
I'm
For
going
that
to
crunching
duck
sound does not bear good omens for us. Sorry, I have like lag in my headset. I do this all the time.
Yeah, are you gonna try to hide?
I am.
I will try to convince everyone to hide, but will not hide until the
Yes.
last person has.
All right, go ahead and give
Let's
me
get to the trees right there and hide. Yeah.
go ahead and give me a stealth check. Octavia, you will have disadvantage because you are glowing.
Oh yeah, I glow. So perhaps
Hide over there.
it is better if you hide. I'll hide on this side actually, and you hide on the other side.
I would like to, if I may, take out the hide from my pack and throw it over Octavia.
I don't know that you have enough to cover her head to toe.
Okay, I had 12 pounds worth, so I don't know if that's
I can live with it.
I will use my
Fine.
bedroll as well if it's not big enough.
Yeah, I mean, if you can cover her with a bedroll, you would have to literally cover her entire body if she's
That's
willing
what
to allow
It's
that.
gonna be a walking sleeping bag.
I did fine in hiding myself with the leaves. You don't need to do that.
I would do it anyways.
That is not doing fine with hiding yourself with the leaves if you would look at your result on your stealth check. That is the opposite of fine that just happened.
Wait, is it? Oh, are we doing the disadvantage again?
Yeah,
oh,
you have
I am because I'm stupid. Yeah, never mind. I did great. I did great. I have one.
I have disadvantage on all stealth, so I am definitely a horse pretending to be a palm tree right now.
All right.
Is she better hidden with the bedroll?
Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
It's there. Oh no!
I have hit it with 2 lateral ones.
You kind of throw the bedroll over her head, and it just doesn't. Like, you can see light just pouring out from underneath it. It's not great. Not a good thing. And this shaking gets enough that it like you all now feel it, and it sort of gives you a little bit of that like Bridge the Enterprise when it gets hit kind of shake, and up to the north, coming from the opposite direction of where the Basilisk ran off, you see a rather large creature step into view.
Is that friggin' T-Rex?
The mom, isn't it?
It is, in fact, a friggin' T-Rex. Which seems like a good opportunity to remind the audience that if anyone donates $5 to RAINN, they can give any one player advantage on their next check.
As soon as I notice that, I want to cast fog around us.
Okay, beautiful.
And yeah, good luck.
I'm gonna
So-
follow suit with his casting of fog and cast gloom as well.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
we're extra hidden.
Maybe it'll walk right by,
Beautiful.
or maybe it'll eat the giant torch that's sentient. Who knows?
Whatever did I do to you?
Well, gloom.
I just love that they're glow sticks.
Gloom will be sufficient especially if you cast it like on the
on the glow torch.
on like the bag you threw over, like like on your bedroll. That will mute her appearance. So that's good.
Please do that. Yes.
I will mute her appearance. I am too loud.
Yeah, so
Very loud calls.
it'll keep you from being like glowing under the gloom.
Beacon of Gondor over here.
So I will make a perception check for the T-Rex. They're not the most perceptive creatures on the planet.
Stay still.
Don't laugh at short arms.
They're saying not to scream at the top of my lungs. Monoway, guide us right now.
Would not be a great time right now to do that. Let's see. Yeah, its wisdom is kind of crappy. Oh, but it got a 17, but it has disadvantage because you're under all that stuff.
This T-Rex is hungry.
So it comes walking over,
We smell of blood is what.
and it's like walking past, and it stops dead right here and starts sniffing around. And it starts slowly walking over towards this darkness.
Can I ready an action?
I'm watching. I'm just gonna ready to cast Witch Bolt on it if it gets too
What's too close?
5 feet.
Okay.
Wait, does it have reach? No, we're gonna say 10 feet.
T-Rex is doing
I can't reach it.
little arms.
Not sure how well thought out this plan was.
As it's so I have a question. If I were to cast like Word of Radiance like over here, would it because it says I like utter a divine word, so if I whisper it and I can like try and get it to go somewhere else, I guess, like lead it somewhere else.
Yeah, because Word of Radiance causes light, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the range on that? Just
Oh God, I don't know. Probably like 4 feet or something. 5 feet. So
yeah, I think Word of Radiance makes you like basically do radiant damage immediately around.
Yeah, I was hoping I could target it somewhere. Well, that's unfortunate. Never mind.
Okay, hold on. I'm just looking at gloom. Okay. Yeah, so it starts like looking around and it's just not like it smells you, it can see you. I would like each of you to go ahead and give me a survival check, please.
Boy. Oh, hey,
We
I
don't
did
have
it.
survival. What is that?
Wisdom.
Okay.
I crit on mine, by the way. I'm super survival-y right now.
All right. You know enough to know that if you all just hold still and wait, it will eventually walk away.
Yeah, but I can't say that or move or tell anyone without kind of foiling that.
All of a sudden, the whole party hears Jeff Goldblum.
The only person who doesn't seem to know that is the ranger.
Of course.
But it's sniffing around, like looking around. Zalapia, what would you like to do? Now, you can still, I would not think it a bridge too far for you to still just sit there being still, like that's fine.
No, I'm just gonna keep still, yeah, because I don't know about this particular giant lizard, but I don't want to shake the leaves around me.
Right, that's fair.
So I still don't want to move.
It waits for like 10 minutes, probably. This will require this will require you to spend another spell slot on gloom.
Okie dokie. Mark that down as plus. Cool beans.
All right. And after 10 minutes expires, it turns and starts walking off again. And I would like to go ahead and announce that we have had someone go ahead and aid the party again. So thank you so very much for that party aid, Miss Ailey. Thank you.
Once the T-Rex is far, far out of range of hearing us.
Yeah, you hear it crunch, and then it goes into like the distant. You don't hear it anymore noise. What would you like to do? I'm sorry.
I'm going to look in its general direction and go, "Get him out of this fragging aardvark!"
Beautiful. All right.
Thank you.
The gloom fades a second time. What would you all
I
like
get
to do?
away from the. Is it gone now?
Oh yeah,
Actually, no, that's not what I would do. Hold on a second. May I take this vestments off me now?
Oh,
Please.
I gotcha. I'm gonna unroll it and put it back in my pack. And for the first time in the entire time of this entire 15-day trip, look at her face and go,
Very deadpan face, mind you.
"This is a very translucent.
Yes. Flowy, weird blue.
Jackie?
My name is Octavia.
Twist.
We definitely did not plan this 30 seconds before the show started."
Beautiful. I love
What
it.
do you mean? Like,
I'm not sure. You just look like my friend Jackie.
I do not know any Jackies. But again, I'm like 2 years old in this body. So that doesn't say much.
Jackie's been missing for 2.5.
Huh. Dun dun dun.
I'm going to stare off into the distance and walk away.
Excellent. You wander back onto the trail. Go ahead and give me another survival check as you continue walking along, thinking maybe that is your missing captain, friend, person. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, okay. Now the ranger comes in handy.
So you're able to cut some distance off of the trip. This time you find a shortcut that actually does work. And you come to an area that, if the map is to be believed, puts you very near where the Heart of Monoway is supposed to be stored. So, as you're walking along, the foliage gets a little bit thinner, and the path starts to descend. And you can see there are sort of areas where there's abandoned mining equipment laying about in the trees. Like, we're talking stuff that's been abandoned for decades, rusted. But it looks like there may have been a mining area here at one point. And you can see at the far end here is a major drop-off.
I think this might have been a mining area once.
Treasure?
Well, I mean, this is a toe, so probably fungus?
Expensive fungus?
There's someone would spend money on fungus.
Guess we can only find out by exploring. I'm gonna look at
Yeah.
Octavia again. And walk forward.
Excellent. So as you get up to the edge there, Zalapia, you see that climbing down there looks like there's going to be some difficulty. There's no real good handholds. The slopes are very steep, and it's very kind of difficult. There are a couple of landings that look like they're maybe made of like old dry rotten wood that's been sitting here for decades. Looks like it's going to be a difficult climb to get down there. And you have been walking for about 4 hours, by the way.
About how long is the cliff?
About how far of a fall would you be looking at?
Yeah.
From the very edge to the bottom is about 300 feet.
Well, fork, that 50-foot of hempen rope ain't doing me no good.
We
Does
can
anybody else
combine
have
our
any rope?
ropes.
We can rappel down.
All you need is faith in Monoway.
Good luck in your faith in
And then-
Monoway. Do you have any
Yeah, and then I was
rope?
and then my horse nosedives it. into the- Just full
What?
Tomb Raider PlayStation 1 like dive animation.
Now, as it has been a bit of a trek, and it does seem to be a relatively calm area, did you want to climb down first, or do you want to try to catch a rest?
Rest sounds good.
I'm down for
Mhm.
that.
We might come up with a plan on how to get down there without crushing your fragile bodies.
Dave's wondering if we could push, it would be okay. But probably not. Probably not. Non-corporeal beings, you know, science is tricky. So
I am very corporeal. I'm just not very opaque.
Semi-corporeal.
touche.
It's pronounced torch.
So, would you like to take a short or a long?
How long would it take for me to have my trusty parrot gather us some vines?
Well, your parrot's not really an animal companion. Do you have a spell that would allow you to communicate with it in such a fashion?
I have animal handling.
It'd probably take you a couple weeks to train it.
I mean,
I don't have the gym badge.
wait.
I don't have the gym badge.
Would casually walking around the perimeter, gathering the vines that are just kind of dangling, without any sort of tenuous physical activity, allow me to rest? Because I don't actually need to do anything on a rest. I'm just there chilling, like, hi, I don't sleep.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody else can rest while you walk around and pull vines and shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, just casually.
Yeah, as long as you're not like marching. Yeah.
No. I don't plan on going machete style. I'm just like, oh, this would kill us.
Yeah, I mean, technically walking is more than you can do and still benefit from a rest.
Shit.
Um,
That's why I wanted to ask, because it says light activity. I don't know what that means.
light activity
Knitting.
would be like knitting, or if you had a bunch of ropes and you were tying them together, that would be light activity. Using
Oh,
it,
there you
If
go.
we
You can gather
gather
it
them
beforehand
first.
and then chill.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
And then I can make the rope.
I have forest. Would this be considered a forest?
Yeah, this is as close. There is no jungle terrain, so this would be considered forest.
I have natural explorer and I have forests for that. So
Sure.
Yeah, so you can forage and get the appropriate things together first.
Yes, please.
So you may all benefit from a short rest, and while you're doing that, Octavia can tie together those
Sweet.
vines into a nifty and lovely rope. And then
There's a little bit of flavor to that if Zalapia is looking at me doing the braiding.
Abso-freaking-lutely I am. I'm not taking my eyes off of you, person who looks exactly like Jackie but halfway missing.
And also moves exactly like Jackie and does the weird hand thing that she does.
and we have
While casually braiding.
I love it. And we have another Ada player for Wisteria will be getting advantage on their next check. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that donation, not Trick.
Definitely wasn't me.
Wait,
I did roll a die on D&D Beyond on who got the player advantage. It actually hit me, so I was like, oh well.
And that also does bring our total up to a number that ends in 69. So just throwing that out there.
Goddamn right it does.
On that lovely note, if you've all applied your effects of a long rest, you have managed to tie together 300 feet of rope, vine, various sort of lengthy material that you're relatively certain is strong enough to hold the weight of at least 2 of you at a time. So,
Who's the tallest?
I have no idea.
physically speaking,
Wisteria.
physically speaking, there's almost no chance that Wisteria is not the biggest person there.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
You're a horse.
I'm a horse person.
Yeah.
I think I might be up there. In
A
the
small
size.
ironbred's like 7'2" and weighs 400 pounds. It's like, oh, it's the runt. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the player's guide right now, and it says most are 6 feet tall and weigh close to 200. So.
I apologize.
But I'll take the 7'2" and like 300 pounds. I'm down with that.
You're huge. You're huge is the point. You're massive.
Yeah. I mean, I got
the
these
lightest,
weird hooves too. So I'm
and
sure
the
that doesn't
lightest
help.
person among you by far is Octavia, because Octavia only weighs what their armor weighs.
She ain't got nobody.
I totally do. I can bleed. This weird silvery liquid.
No, it's
That's
just
not why
Activia.
Unicorns blood.
You bleed Activia.
It's
No.
yogurt, yeah.
Fucking hell. So sorry. Many swears.
Oh, swearing's fine.
I'm trying to give this cool
Petition
Roman
to
name
change
because legendary
Activia's
and
name to
a yogurt.
Activia.
Bleeding yogurt.
I mean, yeah. Roman yogurt.
So, yeah, who would like to try to climb down first, I guess?
I want to lower the horse down first, so I'm going to say, horsey guy, let us lower you. And then you catch everyone else as we come down.
I'm a bit disgruntled that you called me a horsey guy. Like, I'm not flattered by that.
Don't say nay.
I've done a lot to distance myself from the Sutak, so I'd appreciate. Yeah. So I'll begrudgingly help, but I definitely scorned you.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics check. You will have advantage on that athletics check, Wisteria. And that's not using your advantage, by the way. That's because of the rope. So.
Yeah. Okay. So if I don't have athletics, is it just strength or is it
Yep,
dex?
strength.
Strength. Okay. 18.
Yeah. So you drop down, and as you're dropping down and sort of rappelling on this rope, you can definitely see that the last, as you're coming down the edge, the last sort of wooden structure that's there, there's no way that would have held your weight. It probably wouldn't hold Octavia's weight. So that might be something to sort of warn the folks about as you do finally hit the ground and see a cave mouth in front of you.
Yep. I'll yell that up, and I'll ask for Octavia next because living light post. So and cave 3 feet away. So.
Do you call me a living lamppost?
Yes.
And you're the one that did not want to be called a horse. Horse.
I'm also not the one who bleeds yogurt, so.
Wow. Just the hate. All right,
The
Octavia.
Iron Spire, the Mithril Spire, and then there's the Dairy Spire down the street.
Octavia, go ahead and give me an athletics check. You may also take advantage on this check, please.
Hold on. Is athletics strength or dex?
It's
That
strength.
might be.
It's off of strength. Beautiful. You slide down the pole, down the rope, no problem, and land comfortably. And again, you see the same thing. This wooden ledge that you almost certainly would have wound up coming down on top of would have broken underneath you and caused quite a bit of noise. All right, who's next?
That did not
He's
happen.
going after Octavia because she saved him. So he's going to be like, I'll just make sure she's probably fine, just in cases.
All right, give me that athletics check, please, with advantage.
Better without it.
All right. You reach the bottom as well safely. Last one is going to be Cameras. Well, we got Cameras, and then we got Zalapia. So Cameras, go ahead and give me that check, please.
It's hard to wake up sometimes.
All right, so you start coming down, and you just about lose your grip on the rope, and you put your feet on the wooden thing that, like, literally everybody's been like, don't put your feet on the wooden thing. So you put your feet on the wooden thing, and it does pop out underneath you. It stops you enough that you're able to, like, catch yourself. You don't take any damage, and you slide the rest of the way down. But
it made a bunch of noise.
It drops down and just makes a shit ton of noise.
Fuck.
Zalapia, what are you doing since you're the only one that's still up top?
I'm gonna lie on my belly and look over the edge.
Give me
Wait.
Give me a perception check, please.
Yes, sir. This button.
All right, so you see up this way. You ever seen Tremors?
Yeah.
God damn it.
So you see, you know how like the ground starts to like pop up when one of the graboids is coming? You see that up here.
Hey, you guys! Look out!
What?
And as she shouts, "Hey, you guys, look out," a very large, very angry, and somewhat hungry
Say graboid, say graboid.
Vengarok comes bursting forth out of the dirt. This is kind of a long, serpentine sort of creature that has a very ugly sort of bitey maw, and it's got front legs, but the front legs don't have feet on them. They're just basically like giant blades.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not fun, and it comes shooting up out of the ground and kind of looking around. So I think that's a good time for us to go ahead and make an initiative check, if you don't mind.
Basically a hunter from StarCraft.
Yeah. So, quick question before we get into this combat. Does anybody want to take a 5-minute biological break? Let's do that. Everybody roll your initiative. We're going to take 5 for bio. And while, please hang around. We will be back to see how this horrible fight turns out this wonderful fun time turns out for our party.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Absolutely safe.
I mean, I'm safe. I'm way up here.
We will be right back.
Not wrong.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hopefully, you can see and hear everyone. Well, hear everyone that's not that. Hear everyone and see everyone that's not me. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry for the delays, but we all needed to go get refreshed drinks and get ready for this big old fight. So, just a reminder, we are here for a reason. Everyone, please support RAINN at Tiltify. They're a great cause. They're wonderful.
I'm spamming the chat for you
I
all the time.
appreciate you. And yeah, we are pretty close to our goal, I think. So we're about $30 shy of the goal. So if you got yourself a Scarlands PDF, you would be in good shape. And also this Vengarok right here is in fact a creature from Scarlands. They're a lot of fun. We're about to see how fun they are. Starting with Zalapia's turn. What would you like to do, Zalapia?
I would like to pull out my longbow, please, and shoot at the son of a scyther.
Okay.
Click for that. I have that click. It clicked. I can't see it.
Yeah, so you got an 8. Not great.
It's in that general direction. We're a shot there.
Anything else you would like to do from up top there?
Nah.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I have Gloom back. Is my fault? Nope, I don't think I'm close enough to hit Gloom on him, am I?
You are not close enough to hit Gloom on him. However, I will remind you for the next round that when you cast Gloom, Gloom affects an object that you touch. I'm
picking up what you're putting down.
Excellent.
I'm gonna shoot my shot, so to speak.
But you're gonna have to wait to do that until next
Yes,
turn.
sir.
Wisteria, what would you like to do as you see this Vengarok burst out of the ground, angry, and
All right, so would my character know that that thing hates me specifically?
oh yes,
Okay.
yeah, these are often found in desert environs. So yeah, you absolutely know that.
Because I was sitting here and I remember looking at that thing way back when. It was like, it hates people who worships gods. And I'm like, I'm a fucking cleric. So that's bad. I will convey that to the party. If now is your time of thinking about renouncing your worship.
If ever to have a crisis of faith, now is the time.
now is the time. But outside of that, I will move. I guess this is like the canyon wall. I'm definitely gonna like try and get back into the corner as much as possible.
You can.
I'm gonna relay that to them that it's gonna try and ignore them for the most part.
You can actually dive into the cave if you so wish.
No, I'm like trying to stay as far, like as close as I can to it, but not like close enough where if somebody were to shove me, I fell down it or into it or anything.
Okay.
But with that, I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Excellent. And what form does your spiritual weapon take?
Trident.
Beautiful. And you can put that spiritual weapon anywhere within, what, 60 feet of you? Or 30 feet?
60.
Excellent. So, we're going to just go ahead and add a quick add a spiritual weapon for you. I have an answer.
While you're doing that, it says your spellcasting modifier for clerics. Is that wisdom and my proficiency bonus? Or just my wisdom bonus?
Your spellcasting ability modifier, so your wisdom bonus.
Okay, so it doesn't add in proficiency like wizards or whatever?
Right. No, it's just your...
Okay.
Well,
I
it
just wanted to make
uses...
sure.
What do you mean? Like, your attack with it is proficient. Yes.
No, I
For
was
damage,
reading...
no.
'cause you got to remember that I am El Nubo.
Right.
I was reading that there's different spellcasting ability modifiers per class, and I think wizards and somebody else maybe get their proficiency bonus and whatever else it is added in.
Right. Yours is just your wisdom.
Okay.
But if you're targeting a spell, if you're pointing a spell at somebody, like if you're firing a guiding bolt, for example, you get your proficiency bonus too.
Oh.
And when you attack with a spiritual weapon, I do believe you get your proficiency bonus as well.
Yeah, I'm automatically proficient in Trident because of Monoway.
Right.
So.
All right, so you cast spiritual weapon, and that comes up right there. Now that casts as a bonus action, I believe. Yes.
No, it's a main action, and then as a bonus action on my turn, I can move it and repeat the attack against the creature. I don't think that when I do cast it,
it makes
when
an
you
attack.
cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature. Yeah, so within 5 feet. So it does attack, and then I can use a bonus action to have it attack again and move.
Right.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make your spell attack roll.
And is that targeted spell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh,
excellent.
Nice.
A swing and a miss, but you can slide it this way 5 feet as a bonus action and then take another swing.
And I will do that because that's all I can really do anyway.
That one hits.
There we go.
All right, so go ahead and roll the damage on your spiritual weapon.
Which is a 1d8 plus 2. So 10. I crit, technically.
Nice.
So, yeah,
all
I
right,
hit it
so you slice into it with the trident on the second poke, and it spits out some blood and starts kind of squealing very, very angrily. And that will bring us to...
If it wasn't pissed off at me before, it definitely is now.
That brings us to the Vengarok.
Stabbed it with religion. Good job.
So
it's fine.
The Vengarok is going to just rush for you. Now, the bright side of this is that it's going to provoke an opportunity attack from your spiritual weapon, because it is not making any effort whatsoever to disengage.
Copy that. 20?
Oh yeah, that hits.
And then a 1d8 plus 2. 3!
So,
Wow.
no,
From 8 to a 1.
Still takes 3 though.
Don't worry, it's gonna one-shot my ass, so it's fine.
And then as it reaches you, it will make a bite attack at Dave and a constrict attack at Cameras.
Whoa. What did I do,
Why did it
Mr.
hit
Monster
Tritons?
Guy?
He
Bite
doesn't like Tritons.
got an 18 to hit you, Dave.
It worked.
All right, so you take 10 piercing and 7 acid.
Oh my gosh.
It isn't poison. Acid is acid, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I was as alarmed as I should have been. This thing is immensely fucking dangerous. And that's why I was like, Travis, does my character know how evil this thing is?
And it grabs a hold of
Very easy.
Cameras, doing 12 bludgeoning, and I need you, and 9 slashing. I need you to make a strength check. Oh, you drop. Okay, so
I'm out, yeah.
you drop unconscious.
No.
This would be an amazing time for a little bit of help from your friends. All right, so it has a hold of your unconscious ass body, and that brings us to, there is no Basilisk, only Zool. All right, that brings us to Cameras. Cameras, what would you like to do?
I guess a death.
Oh, death save. Yeah, that's what we'd like to do. Yep. You should have that in your sheet, but you can also
I
just drop a
clicked it.
d20.
But it did not do
It's-
anything. There you go.
Oh,
12.
nice. Okay. So you're good to go. So yeah, you have made 1 successful death save. Congratulations. And that brings us to Dave.
Dave is like, bro, I don't know how we got here, and is promptly gonna find a place to like retreat for a second and maybe throw daggers.
All right, so you're gonna try to back up.
So I can't really see there. Is it just the cave there? Would I have to go past him to get anywhere else? Because Dave's gonna go for like the first place he can like
you could
even
back,
like 3/4 get behind something.
You could back into the cave if you want to. You are going to provoke an opportunity attack from this thing. Or you can just use your disengage action.
Dave's gonna disengage.
All right, and you're a rogue, right?
Yes.
Do you have cunning action?
I will tell you. And yes.
Then you can
So
disengage.
you can cunning
Walk out of there.
action. You also do
Okay.
get resistance to certain damages if you use that one certain little feature because you're a specific kind of rogue.
Oh, rage? I can rage? Okay, I'm gonna rage and be like, what the heck, bro? And then I'm gonna be like, Audi, and then pop into the cave.
Okay, if you
With the man
rage,
version of Audi because we're a tough pirate.
just FYI, if you rage and then use that to run away, your rage will end on your next turn.
I think he's gonna do it on principle.
All right, very good. So you rage.
Yep.
And you all see like Dave's eyes turn like this reddish black as blood from the blood sea overwashes the entirety of his eyes, and he lets out like a scream and then turns and takes off running.
Just like last time. Rah! And then like Zoidberg right into the cave.
All right, so you take off running. That does provoke an opportunity attack.
Oh, I don't get the disengage bonus action?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yep, you do get the disengage.
Oh, okay.
No, because raging is a bonus action, so you can disengage as an action and move 30 feet. So you rage as your bonus, disengage as your action, and move 30 feet, which still puts you inside the cave. So yeah, you get away without an opportunity attack.
Okay.
And you make it into the cave. So I'm going to go ahead for the moment and just put you right there, but you will be moving very soon. Okay. And that brings us to Octavia.
Oh, wait. I have like doubts. 'Cause I think my character would do a thing, but I also think it's a very bad idea.
That's okay. Whatever. Just go with it. Just go with it.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna get in front of people.
Okay.
Can I try to talk to this thing somehow?
How like?
Communicate.
What are you trying to communicate to it? Are you trying to talk it down? Are you trying to intimidate it? Are you trying to...
I am trying to find the common ground between the sworn enemies here. Looking at the horse guy.
Okay, make a persuasion check at disadvantage. Go for it.
Wait,
You got
moving
this.
really slowly.
You
not trying
have,
here
you
trying
have
to
advantage.
attack
You got team advantage.
If
Oh,
I
fuck
remember
yes,
correctly, this thing literally has an ability called Sense Faith. So-
I am not of your faith. I am the weird spider.
no, I'm saying that it's gonna know me whether you wanted to know me or not.
I'm also trying to have it not kill the rest of the party because there's already a man down here.
Go ahead and
Good luck.
actually make a animal handling check with disadvantage. If you don't have animal handling, that would be a charisma check.
I do. It is somewhere. But it's under wisdom.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, wisdom check. Yep.
Okay. So did we get a party advantage?
You have not used your... Or no,
it
you-
was a character. It was one person advantage. I think.
Right, the last advantage was one person advantage, so we do not have party advantage at this time. Because you used the last one during the last fight. So go ahead and make that roll. That's a 10. So it looks
I
at you
tried.
very confused,
Like-
and it smells you, and it smells your connection to divinity. Because you're a paladin. So it now you are its favored target.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's okay.
Um,
We just fell over. Sorry to disturb you.
And that brings us to Zalapia. What would you like to do?
I'm going to attach gloom to an arrow
Beautiful.
and shoot it at it.
Excellent.
Right
You
at its
shoot
face.
gloom at the arrow.
No,
Gloom
Yeah,
at the
you shoot a gloom arrow at the Vengarak, I should say.
that one.
Yep, that one.
Just doing trick shots over here
so-
while this thing's us.
You do not hit the Vengarak, but that doesn't actually matter. Because you do hit close enough to the area the Vengarak is in to cover it in your gloom. This also does obscure everything in a 20-foot radius, so that includes Camarus, Wisteria, and Octavia. Now I just need to check something on the Vengarak's senses.
Oh, no.
I can tell you if you want.
Oh, do you have it up right now?
Yeah. I was like, I want to see if I'm remembering correctly, so I was opening it up while you were talking. It has dark vision of 90, sense face. Yes, good job. Sense faith 60 feet, tremor sense, and passive perception of 13.
Right. So, as long as no one moves, the only thing that Vengarak can sense right now is going to be Octavia. Well, no, Octavia and Wisteria.
If he's relying on dark vision, it's still considered heavily obscured for him.
No, he's relying on sense faith.
Tremor sense.
Okay.
Like if
Tremor
nobody,
sense would work too.
tremor sense would work fine, but so would sense faith.
This
Art
is
thou
what I
holy?
have, oh God.
All right. That brings us to Wisteria.
How pissed is a Vengarak? Like, can I tell which way it's looking?
Not now, because it's covered in gloom.
Is my trident covered in gloom?
Your spiritual trident?
Yeah.
No, because your spiritual trident didn't catch up to where it was at yet.
Okay.
So just to give you an idea of where the gloom is, give me 2 seconds here as I find a visual effect that works for it. Let's do... let's do space dust. That one will be nice.
Ooh.
So
Far out.
Should have looked at this thing when I was doing some stuff before. This hatred of the gods shit's pretty fucking hilarious on this Vengarak.
So everywhere that's circled in there is in
Ooh.
the gloom.
Oh, cool. So, I'm gonna... I don't know how well this is gonna work, but I'm going to try and distract it. Because I think my character would know that these things aren't super intelligent to begin with. And the only reason that it happened upon us in the first place is because of all the noise. So Wisteria is thinking that if my trident beats the shit out of the ground, it'll be like, hey, what's that? And go running over there. And my other question is my trident innately religious?
Absolutely. Your
So-
trident is a manifestation of your faith. So
Cool.
it's the
So
closest
it-
source of faith, and I'll let you make a deception check
Okay.
as you're making that noise with it. That's fine. Yeah, you can like bang the rocks with it.
Yeah. What
Bless
would
you.
what would deception be if I don't have it?
Charisma.
17. Wow.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, so the Vengarak is dumb as fuck. So
Okay, cool.
that does absolutely work on it. It will, on its action, dart toward your spiritual weapon and start swinging at it. I don't believe it can damage your spiritual weapon. Is that correct?
That is indeed correct. It just lasts for 1 minute and it doesn't have any HP or anything. It's just kind of hanging out like fencing with the Vengarak.
Right. So yeah, you have another 9 rounds of it being okay, basically. Cameras.
Oh, I was going to say I wanted to move into the cave if Dave wasn't screaming about being dead.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not currently screaming about being dead, so welcome.
you step
Yeah,
into the
so
cave.
I want to
as-
hang out in the cave.
I guess Octavia, you were technically close enough to get an opportunity attack on it if you wanted.
I don't want to attack it.
Okay.
I don't want to attack it.
Nope, not gonna fall for that.
Hell no! I'm trying to calm it down and kind of maybe
shit.
calm down from the other party members a little bit, maybe.
Is Cameras alive?
That's
I
the
could've-
question because
Yeah.
It's
I
very conscious.
could have cast some spell.
I'm more concerned with like, did this thing drop me or am I just like being dragged?
I mean-
Well,
No.
you got your death save, so don't you have like 1 HP or some shit?
No,
I get 3.
it's 3 death
No,
saves. You only
yeah.
made 1.
Okay, because it's still 0 on Astral, so I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
My one job
mean-
as a cleric.
Go,
Whenever the hell it's my turn, I can just touch him again.
go ahead, Cameras, make a death save for me.
Like, don't.
Natural 20. You get 1 hit point and wake up as if the gods have
Nice.
smiled upon you.
Excellent
Whoops.
performance.
Definitely had a bonus action and a regular action I could have used
And-
to have assisted with that, but
And you do
Bank
hear
Rock is scary.
footsteps heading into the cave. Dave, you are now in the cave.
Yes. So Dave has been on an emotional roller coaster because this broski doesn't even know I'm at like 7 HP right now, so it's very emotional. Octavia's over there trying to be a hero, save my life. I owe her a favor. So I'm gonna take out my rope and I'm gonna try to hit her with it.
Try to hit
And
it.
then hopefully
You
she
laugh
can
at
find
me.
safety and
All
she
right.
can come to the safe place because that's all Dave's got right now.
You will have disadvantage because she's heavily obscured.
That's fine. What check is
Am
that?
I? Does Gloom fuck up with my glow stick?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Good.
It's so dark that like you need a level 2 or higher light spell to counter it. So go ahead and make a. I guess that would be a ranged weapon attack. Why not?
Ranged weapon attack. Okay.
Let's do it.
What?
So-
What does that-
Please don't hit me.
Be dex.
I mean, I kind of want to hit you because you'll grab it, right?
Yeah, it'd be a dex attack plus your proficiency bonus.
A dex attack. I have a dex check.
Yep. Yeah, dex
Okay.
check and then add your proficiency bonus to it.
Okay, and my proficiency bonus is a 2.
All right, so that's a 12.
Okay.
Octavia, this rope comes in, like you feel this rope sort of bounce off of you. It doesn't like wrap around you. You
It's
just
not an aggressive rope.
you just grab it.
I feel like bonk against me,
Grab
I
it!
guess.
Grab it!
Confusedly.
You grab the rope. It does not like lasso, but Octavia has the rope. You can pull Octavia out, but Camrus is still stuck on the ground.
Well, I want to like give it a tug, like, hey, this is safe. But if she wants to grab him, that's her choices. I'm just providing an escape because that's what rogues do. Rogues know where the exit is.
Well, she does
Putting
not.
this all together in my head.
Nice, beautiful.
She does not have an action yet, so you can
Yeah.
Well,
stay.
she knows that's all we got. Dave's just gonna hang out in the cave with the rope. That's my turn.
Excellent. That gets us to Octavia. So you can grab Camrus at this point.
Yep.
All right. So all of you dart into the cave except for Zalapia, who is up top. So the
Just
rest,
want to do the grabbing in a very like.
of you make your way
Helping.
inside. Zalapia, what are you doing as
I am
everybody
going-
else drops into that cave?
I'm going to grab onto the rope and, in a very Jacqueline Narrow sort of way, I'm going to kick off the wall and kind of free the rope down.
All
and
right. Give
swing
me
myself into the cave.
give me a athletics or an acrobatics check, please.
This is so not going to fail, you guys.
Okay, so you jump off the side, and you make it into the cave, but you hit like the top of the cave mouth and like flip backwards and land on your back, prone in the cave, and take 12 bludgeoning in the process.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Good
Lord.
God.
Your spine's also dislocated.
I need you to go ahead and make... Nope, I sure don't. Never mind. Gloom's not concentration, so you're good.
I'm gonna say that we need to be really quiet and not stomp around. Looking directly at the person on their back. As I'm worried that there might be more Vengarak, or that one might be hustling into here because of its attunement to things shaking.
All right,
Dave's going to counter that with, how about we have a healing party of silence?
Well, what I'm saying, on top
Not
of this, we
actual.
shouldn't hide. We shouldn't hide. We should try to get as far away from the thing as possible. The further we get away, the better, because if it detects us, it's just gonna pop up through the floor and start fucking with us again.
I want to look at the ranger and be like, do you have those cool trap things? Could you do a trap at the door?
I'm the ranger. The smarticles. Let me check my character sheets, because these are really hard to read. I don't know if you guys...
Because Dave has an image in his head, like, they catch rabbits, right? We could put like a rabbit trap.
If you-
If
you look at your
great.
If you look at your sheet on D&D Beyond and just click your equipment, that should help.
That does help. Cool. I have no traps, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on myself as I stand myself up. Because
Beautiful.
that's a thing I should probably do.
You stand up and cast Cure Wounds. Wisteria, what would you like to do?
Wait, hold on. I didn't do a thing. It was my turn.
You grabbed cameras
I
and
just
ran.
walked.
You picked cameras up
Yeah,
and ran into the
that's
room.
the action.
Yeah, I mean, what else would you like
Can't I
to?
heal him when I'm touching him?
You can lay on hands for sure.
Yeah, that's what
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you get 10 healing points. I'm
Alright.
very worried.
You regain
Ghost.
lay on hands at a short rest, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I think so. I think it's true. No, it's long rest, but I have 5 more.
You had one more.
Like, I
so
have 15 healing points.
But we did a long rest.
you did a short rest.
Oh.
Right now it's a short one. Yeah, that's fine. I have 5 more. And I have spells that heal too, but I want to use that first. 'cause it's
All right. So you're sort of feeling better after your brief brush with death.
Oof, that happened really fast.
It was so fast. It went bad so fast. So, yeah, Wisteria, what you got?
As much as I would like to heal, my character's knowledge of running into these in the deserts is we need to get away from them and not hide from them. So my immediate thing that I'm doing is I'm checking the surroundings to see if we can go further into the cave.
Okay. As you look around, give me a half a second because my Adobe is misbehaving.
While we do that, Dave's going to ask if anyone can do healing also.
I can.
Anything, please. Just
Yeah,
anything.
I can. I just if we're in a cave and it's like a Vengarak like main intersection and there's like all kinds of little burrows and shit through this.
Oh yeah, so
Probably don't wanna hang out.
That's not the
Roz
whole
understands
healing.
what you're saying. Dave has never had this problem. Dave's like, we're gonna be fine. The ship always rights itself. Why are we worried? So like that's
And I
Dave.
just I'm just gonna point at camera and be like, "Hey, do you want to see if it just writes itself?"
I'm good.
So, what you actually see is the dark tunnel opens into a vast cavern, and before you stands a large rock formation that eerily resembles a human woman. A steady hiss fills the chamber as water bubbles from the top of the formation, coursing down the statue to fill a still crystal pool at its feet. Lush flora fills the crevices of this place, and all is illuminated by a skylight streaming from a crevice in the roof.
Is this Monoway? Is this the Monoway?
That looks like it might be a weeping woman.
Ooh.
Well now, because I'm so socially awkward on my character, I'm going to ignore everything my party has said and run over to the statue.
All right, so you're just running it full bore.
Yeah,
So you can...
well, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be restrained because Vangarak is terrifying, but I'm going to work my way closer to inspect the statue as best I can.
Go ahead and move yourself over there as much as you would like to move.
You're running on your tippy toes.
Yeah. I'm just gonna use my walk. I'm not gonna dash or anything. And I, once getting there, will realize that I haven't used an action, and I guess I will try and cast a spell.
What would you like to cast?
Probably nothing, because I think they're all touch, but let's see. Okay, no, I got Healing Word. We're good. I'll cast Healing Word on... Who's the most hurt looking? Is it still Comras?
Oh, it's Commerce by far, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's where it's headed. So 1d4 plus 2.
What is it? Oh, you got 10 heal points back. You should be back at
So you get a
I thought you
hot
had 5.
3.
11. No, I have 5 left to give
Yeah.
somewhere like the other little.
Gotcha.
I healed you for 3.
3? Yeah.
I just wink at you, give you a thumbs up the best I can with hooves, and
All right, on the Vangarak's turn, I would like everyone to give me a perception check, please.
Oh boy. Don't worry, little one. You'll get more heals. More headpads. He just wants more headpads. I'm assuming you guys are little. Because the icons look like frogs. You might be my height. Sorry.
So you can, Wisteria, you're just far too enraptured with getting this thing.
yeah.
Zalapia, Octavia, Dave, you all hear, and Cameras, you all hear a scuffle outside. Though it does sound like the Vangarak for sure, it sounds like there's other assailants involved in the fight.
Oh, am I still am I connected to my sword in any way, or my trident, where I know what the hell's going on? Is it
Not at all.
communicating with me?
Nope, you need to see it.
Shit. Okay.
That doesn't sound like Dave's problem.
That's fair.
Not yet.
Okay. We will stop combat and assume that you are able to move freely. What would you like to do?
That's
I'm going to the water at the edge of this statue, and I'm going to pray to Monoway, I guess.
Excellent. Whilst you're praying, why don't you go ahead and make a investigation check, Zalapia?
Okily dokily. I want to do a potentially really dumb thing also.
What's the potentially really dumb thing?
I mean, that fall, kind of got some mud on me. And I got some, vine juice on my hands. So I'm going to try and wash myself in this water.
All right. And while you're praying, do you have the guidance cantrip, Wisteria?
I do.
Why don't you go ahead and add a d4 to your roll there, Zalapia?
Okie dokie. To the investigation one?
Yep.
So, this button?
Excellent. So as you're reaching in and washing yourself in this pool, you reach down and you feel something solid.
Is it the water?
In the water.
I'm gonna pick it up, please.
Zalapia comes out with a sphere, and it looks like a sphere of water.
I'm gonna try to drink it.
You hold it up to your face, and it's solid, like a almost like a marble.
Oh, like David Bowie's little.
Yeah, like a crystal sphere.
Do I know what that is? Artifact wise?
Oh, effect? It's not an effect. That's the Heart of Monoway.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I know what that is immediately upon seeing it.
Absolutely.
So as soon as they go to bring that up to their jaw to drink it, I am going to slap their hands.
I'm a cat, so I'm gonna try to avoid you.
While I'm doing all that, I'll be scolding you about trying to devour a sacred object.
I just wanted a sip. It looks like water.
There's plenty of water right there!
But it's dirty. I just washed my paws in it.
I'll throw my rations at their feet in exchange and like hold out my hands for the object.
So while this exchange is going on down here, the rest of you are kind of up by the cave mouth, right? And you're remaining there?
Yeah, I was healing deep with my remaining 5 lay on hands.
Okay. So you're all healed up, and as you're looking down, you can still see that darkness, but you can hear. It sounds like the Vengarak is fighting multiple assailants.
That is good news for us.
Mm-hmm.
Until we try to leave.
Who says we have to leave?
Depends entirely on who wins, but I suggest caution and silence is advisable.
All right. While that's going on there, down here, are you handing over the orb, or are you getting the orb? What's going on with the orb?
I'm still playing with it. I'm gonna start twirling it through my fingers, David Bowie style.
Make a dex
I
check.
am almost ready to stab you with my trident. Like I cannot put into words how furrowed and worried my Ironbread's face is, and like how deeply insulted I am that such a holy object, to me personally, you won't hand it over.
It's a ball. I'm a cat.
First off, make a dex check, Zalapia.
Oh
Sure.
Was it?
Let me find it. Nope. No, wait. That's a
All
big
right. So
one.
you certainly don't drop it. Now make an insight check.
Dokily, dokily, limity pokily. Sorry for that.
So as you're playing with it, you look over at Wisteria and you just see like a sad horse.
no!
like heartbreakingly sad.
I'm going to.
As they hold their hand out for the orb.
I'm gonna put the ball on the ground and bat my paw and roll it over to it.
I will horrified pick that up and just immediately get as far away from Zalapia. Like,
Hey,
just
that's
turn
not
my
how it
back.
works.
I won't even say thank you.
You're supposed to bat it back.
Ignored, entirely ignored. I do not have the social workings to deal with this situation maturely right now.
Plunge my hands back in the water and try to find another ball.
You pull out some stones. No ball.
Are they round enough to bat
They're
like
round
a ball?
enough to play with. Yeah.
I will sit at the water's edge and begin batting them.
About this time, whilst that's happening, so Wisteria, you have a hold of this sphere, and you feel like a direct connection to your deity. It's calling to you. You're fairly certain that if you had the time to sit with it, you could attune it.
Oh. Well, I'm not going to communicate that to anybody, and I'm just going to kind of start doing it.
Okay. You start sitting with it. Up here, you see the three of you see the gloom disappear and the dead body of the Vengarak.
Nice.
No.
That's good. I'm
all
gonna
of you-
pat him on the back, like, yeah, that's right.
All of you go ahead and make perception roll, please.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we should try to figure out what killed.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zalapia, Zalapia, you have no idea. You shouldn't have rolled. I'm sorry. Just Octavia, Cameras, and Dave, who all can clearly tell what happened. Okay, so as you're looking out, first of all, you see there's about 25 crossbow bolts sticking out of this Vengarak.
Nice.
And you can also see strategically hidden around this gulch are a number of what appear to be pirates.
My people.
And they seem to be just kind of waiting for you to get out.
Ooh, that's not great, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but that's good. We can talk to them better than the
No.
Bangarak.
Can I do like pirate insight or something
Same.
to see what I would be doing in their decision, in their situation?
Sure. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Can I do a pirate? Do I know these pirates? Being a pirate myself.
Um,
I'm also a pirate, sir.
yeah, go ahead and
Double
make
pirate.
go ahead and make insight checks. You're all pirates.
Are they looking at us? Can they see us too?
It's safe to assume they probably can.
Just wait.
Don't wait. Don't.
So-
Don't do it.
Don't wait.
I don't wave, but I'm wondering if I can ask you, Travis, to do a stupidly backstory thing.
Oh, sure. What's up?
So apparently Kitty and I basically decided that my character is the ghost of
Right.
Arrow, who you might or might not know.
I mean, if you would like, if you would like to have some previous connection to these pirates, I can certainly arrange that. Sure.
You can totally roll for it because I don't remember that I'm said sea captain, but I look like her.
You have a connection to them. You have a vague sense of familiarity from them, and you get the impression it's not great. Cameras,
Works.
you're not sure. You're pretty sure that they're in an ambush position, but beyond that, you don't have any insight into what they're doing, Cameras.
Okay.
Dave, give me a wisdom check, actually, not charisma, for Dave.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom check.
Nope.
Ooh.
It doesn't have that today.
Yeah, pretty sure that they're going to ambush you, but beyond that, no idea what they're doing.
I mean, we could just put some curtains in this place. There's water.
I'm fine with that, honestly.
Eventually, these guys have to leave, and we can just go get the little Vandersnatch and eat them.
Sure. Bandersnack. I'm high-fiving Zalapia right now. Like, I like what this lady has to say.
Is anybody trying to like get my attention, or they'll just leave me alone?
No, you do your thing, bro.
Yeah.
You do your dirty thing. Oh my god. Why do you give me pirates, Travis? Like, this is very tempting for many stupid things.
If you continue this standoff, Zalapia, are you going up with the rest of the group, or are you staying by the water?
I'm staying by the water to play with my balls.
Okay. You're playing with your balls. Wisteria, you're over in the corner attuning the Heart of Monoway. The rest of you are just sort of watching. Like, they, move their legs so that they're nice and comfortable. They start, eating rations and shit. They all have crossbows loaded and pointed at you. But they're not pressing forward. And this standoff stays for a full hour.
Shit.
You're at rest.
Oh,
During which time you may all benefit from a short rest, and that permits Wisteria to attune the Heart of Monoway. I'm going to go ahead and post this in the chat, but I will read it out loud as well. The Heart of Monoway is a wondrous item. Legendary, requires attunement by a sorcerer or cleric. The orb has 10 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it using your spell save DC. Fog Cloud for 1 charge, Call Lightning for 3 charges, Control Water for 4 charges, and Earthquake for 8 charges. It regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn, and if you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the orb turns to water and is destroyed.
Devastated.
I'm going to, within this hour, eventually stop playing with my balls and put them in my pocket, so I might need those later.
All right?
And upon seeing the bandits I will have a clever idea to speak to my party. The rope I Jacqueline narrowed into the cave on is still there, right?
Mm-hmm.
In honor of Jacqueline Narrow, and I'm gonna clap Octavia, who I'm not entirely sure isn't with us. Stare at her suspiciously and kind of squint closer at her face.
Just going back.
I have an idea.
What are you talking about?
We'll see if we can jog your memory. I swear you're my Jackie.
I don't. Hey, that makes you happy.
So I'm going to whisper my idea to them and tell them I'm going to cast Gloom on our bandits, and we're going to make our quick escape back up our rope. Without them seeing us.
Sure, give a look at how far apart the bandits are.
That means nothing to me. That sounds like math.
So you're pretty certain that you would not be able to, unless you cast gloom on like 2 different arrows, you would not be able to gloom them all.
I'll just gloom the entrance going up, so we can gloom. Yes.
Once you get above a 20-foot sphere, they'll see you, and they have crossbows.
I
Blow my shield!
can possibly slow down the crossbows with some warding wind.
What if we do the warding wind and I cast gloom on the rope?
So Dave's just gonna go up behind cameras and be like, "Let's go, bro," and I'm just gonna walk out of the cave and walk to the nearest person.
I'm gonna like look confused, start chasing Dave.
Dave's tired of strategy.
All right, you step forward.
I'm
Yes.
casting warding wind.
I'm just like this,
Oh,
and I'm
no.
trying to do like a thieves' cant, like let's talk, bros, like whatever that looks like. Like, hey, close this
Parlay!
person. Parlay. There we go.
Their
Okay,
captain
got it.
steps forward. He has a Raleigh Fingers mustache and is wearing a large hat with a feather in it, like a large tricorn hat with a feather in it.
I'm gonna say nice hat because I also have a nice hat.
And he takes his hat off and bows and says, "I am Rodolfo Dane, captain of the Sea's Dread."
Why does the sea dread it?
I'm gonna bow back and I'm gonna be like, "It seems you're waiting on us."
Because we
How
are
can
the
we help
most
you?
dangerous pirates in the Blood Seas. You have something that belongs to my employer. I would like it, please.
What's that?
The Heart of Monoway.
I don't have the Heart of Monoway. I'm looking at cameras. You have the Heart of Monoway?
The Heart of Monoway, nope, no, don't have it. Don't got it on me.
You know, I almost got 8 by I don't know whatever that is. Good job, you guys. And then I ran into this cave. That's what I know.
I see. So then you will not mind my men searching your persons and the cave.
Dave's gonna be like, "Let's do this." But for me, not the cave, and I'm hoping the flamboyancy is gonna throw this guy out. We'll see if it works.
The bandits start falling in to search you. Search them. If they have the heart, kill them and take it.
Did I
Like,
hear
no.
them searching for what I attuned to?
Yes.
So
Oh yeah, they're not. He's talking loud, so.
I'm gonna yell for everybody to get back to my party.
I'm in their
I'm gonna go
hands. It's a little late for that.
I just tell you to
Literally
run. I
hands
just tell you
on
to
your
run
road.
further into the cave.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get some initiatives going here.
Oh man.
Oh, God damn it.
Please run further into the cave if you want to live.
Oh, man.
Everybody's
Face
welcome, by
palm.
the
I
way.
hit a hot 1, so you have forever to run into the cave.
I smell fireball.
What?
Ah,
I
man.
just read something in my character sheet I've never heard of before, but that would have been handy to know, you know, in that last battle we had.
What's that?
What?
Colossus Slayer, once per turn. When I hit a creature with a weapon attack, the creature takes an extra 1d10 or 1d8 if it's below max HP.
Yep. That is sure a thing you have.
Well,
Gardenlands rules.
Oh, that's just a straight up ranger ability.
Nah, it's Gardenlands.
Which you can get a copy of
Ironically
if you
enough,
donate $50.
I
Yeah,
play a ranger by the name of RAINN. She ain't got that.
All right, so that brings us to initiatives. Let's see what we got here. First one
That's fine.
goes to a Vengarok who's not there. Zalapia, you have the first action.
They're all grouped together now.
They are all grouped together now.
I'm gonna take out one of my balls. I want to attach gloom to it and throw it at Rodolfo.
Make an attack check.
An attack?
Yep, it'd be a ranged thrown attack, so it would be
Got
your
it, dude.
Yep, dex modifier.
As soon as I figure out where that clicky button is. This is such a weird character sheet. None of my spells are on it. None of my attacks are on it, except for claw, short sword, and bow. Shit.
Yeah, use your bow attack. It's the same.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, so you got a natural 1. So when you go to throw this ball, it rolls down the back of your hand because you've been playing in this water so much, and it falls in the pool behind you and sinks to the bottom of it, surrounding you in darkness.
Nailed it.
First try.
That brings us to bandit number 1, who is presently in the process of frisking cameras. So they're going to step back and pull out a dagger and try to stab cameras with it.
I was not gonna run, or you don't know that.
Or scimitar, sorry.
Oh,
Oh
that's
God.
that's
Super
not great.
aggressive.
Does a 17 get you?
Yes.
Yikes.
All right, take 7 slashing as they slash you across your chest. You had cast Warding Wind, though, right? Or was
Yep.
that all right? So that means that you have what exactly?
10 left, and I need to make a con saving throw. No,
Okay,
that's
so that kills your concentration, but Warding Wind, does that give you resistance to the damage?
if they were shooting the crossbows, yeah.
Oh, right. Yep. Okay.
Does nothing for melee.
Nothing for melee. Yep, so your Warding Wind drops. And that brings us to Bandit 4. This one does pull their crossbow and fire it into the darkness at disadvantage toward Zalapia.
How rude.
And misses horribly. Goes wide. That brings us to Camrys.
Remember, I screamed, "Get into the cave" as far as possible. Just a friendly reminder.
And a reminder to you, I got 10 left, so there's a chance you might just have to like drop an earthquake on me. So we're going to run without disengaging because risks are fun.
Okay.
And assuming I'm still alive, I will cast Gust of Wind.
Oh my god, you are still alive.
Yes!
Calculated risk.
All right, Gust of Wind. So they need to make strength saves, is that correct?
Yes.
And that's all these motherfuckers, right?
I think it's only 15 feet. Let me double check.
This watermelon kombucha tastes like cucumber. So weird. It's driving me insane.
Now I want cucumbers.
Only 10 feet wide. So then it's just Bandit, the row of Bandit 1 and Bandit 3.
And Rodolfo.
Yes.
Rodolfo.
Strength save of, let's see, I think 13, or they get pushed back 15 feet.
All right, so Rodolfo makes his save. You said Bandit 1 and Bandit 2?
Bandit 3.
Bandit 3 does not make his save. Whee!
And then that whole column is difficult terrain.
And Bandit 1 doesn't make a save either. Whee! And he gets banged into Rodolfo, which pushes him back 5 feet as well. All right. So, that brings us to Rodolfo. Rodolfo is going to pull his ranged weapon. He fires a crossbow. No, you're fine. That's a 20 to hit you, and you take 6 piercing. Cameras. Give me that or no, you don't need concentration on Gust, right? That's just an instantaneous spell.
Nope, concentration on that one.
This airbending trident thingy.
Okay, so let's do a concentration saving throw.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. Whew.
You keep the Gust going.
Would the gust make the arrow not fly correctly?
It gives him disadvantage, so yeah, he'd miss. Or no, yeah, so he'd miss. You don't take that damage.
Ooh.
Woo!
Yeah, airbending.
Yeah. Cameras, the last airbender.
All right. So, good call on that. Bandit 2 is going to pull a scimitar and run up and take a swing at Octavia.
She can try.
She can miss. That's a 9. Swing and a miss.
Too low for you.
Dave.
So I'm gonna throw my dagger at the person who just attacked Octavia, but I'm also gonna say to her, like, we're supposed to run. Well, like, but that was rude. So I'm gonna throw my dagger at that person.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack, please.
Okay, and then I'm gonna follow the directions of the person who's obviously responsible.
A 12. Does a 12 hit? Good question.
I hope so.
Let's find out. 12 does not hit. So you, like, it bounces off.
Well,
you
she
hit them in
understands the
body.
sentiment, and then I'm like yelling it back, like directions.
All right. So are you backing up as well, or are you just yelling?
Yeah, I'm back in. I'm doing the math. 5, 10.
If you hold
15.
shift in astral and click between 2 points, it will actually measure for you.
Oh, is it shift? I thought it was control.
It
That's why
should
I
be
was working.
control. It should not be shift,
Oh.
but it should be control.
Okay.
It used to be control. Octavia, what would you like to do?
I'd like to ask the Rodolfo guy has said his name, right?
Yes.
I know his name. Okay. I'm gonna talk to them.
Excellent. What would you like to say to Rodolfo?
Next time, it's going to be like deer style when I run away. I'm going to grab her.
I tried to pacify the big, huge thing that was trying to eat us. You know.
No. Veto.
Captain Rodolfo. Maybe we could. I don't say this so slowly, but I'm just trying to English right now.
You're fine.
Perhaps we could solve this like civilized men instead of all this bloodshed, because you might be very effective against, what was it, Bungarags? But I assure you, you do not want to fight us.
Make an intimidation
Might
check.
we? Oh, fuck. Okay. Intimidating, but
I mean,
trying
that
to
sounds,
lay down the facts, you know?
that sounds intimidating to me.
Fair enough. I'm like, I'm not saying you don't want to fight. I'm saying you don't want. Let's just talk like civilized men. You don't want to fight us.
Well, let's see if.
Not like more.
Let's see
But sure, if he
agrees.
takes that as a threat and it's intimidating.
Let's see if he agrees with your sentiment. he says, "I'll wear your armor tonight." What he responds with. Wisteria.
Was that my
Light turns
action?
red.
Yes, that was your action. You can still move if you like. You can still draw a weapon if you like. And you can still take a bonus action.
When he said, "I'll wear your armor tonight," and I will immediately scream, just like the marauding Sutak, because they're filthy pirates, and the Sutak are marauders and destroyers and meanies. So any inkling of not hurting them has gone out the window for Wisteria.
Very good. What would Wisteria like to do?
Did Octavia run?
Oh,
Did you-
hold on. I'm still trying to find my bonus action. I'm not used to any of this character sheets. That's my problem. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Frick.
You
Even
really
some of
should
my
run.
spells are bonus action. No, find it.
This way.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
All right.
It's a bonus action and it gives me 2 AC. It's a con.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run back.
All right. So you do provoke an attack of opportunity when you back up. So the bandit will take a swipe at you. I assume a 13 does not hit you with Shield of Faith up.
Nope.
No. Ba-ting! All right. You have the floor has been cleared, Wisteria. What would you like to do?
I'm giving myself line of sight, and then I'm slapping these assholes all the way up into here with Earthquake. So it's cast way in the back, like where I can see, so it doesn't overlap us.
Right.
But I'm using Earthquake.
All right. So, do you have Earthquake up and beyond by chance?
I do.
Go ahead and read that to me if you don't mind.
All right, so I create a seismic disturbance at the point on the ground that you can see within range. For the duration, an intense tremor rips through the ground in a 100-foot radius circle centered on that point and shakes creatures and structures in contact with that ground. So I'm kind of hoping the overlap with the opening, it might cave in or some shit. The ground in the air becomes difficult terrain. Each creature on the ground that is concentrating must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature's concentration is broken. When you cast a spell, and at the end of each turn you spend concentrating on it, each creature on the ground in the area must make a Dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is knocked prone. The spell can have additional effects depending on the terrain, as determined by the GM. Fissures. Fissures open through the spell's area at the start of your next turn. After you cast a spell, a total of 1d6 such fissures open in the location chosen by the GM. Each is 1d10 by 10 feet deep, 10 feet wide, and extends from one edge of the spell's area to the opposite side. A creature standing on a spot where a fissure opens must succeed on a Dexterity saving throw or fall in. A creature that successfully saves move with the fissure's edge as it opens. A fissure that opens beneath a structure causes it to automatically collapse. See below. And then structures. The tremor deals 50 bludgeoning damage to any structure in contact with the ground in an area when you cast a spell and at the start of each of your turns until the spell ends. If a structure drops to 0 hit points, it collapses and potentially damages nearby creatures. A creature within half the distance of a structure's height must make a Dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 5d6 bludgeoning damage, is knocked prone, and buried in the rubble, requiring a DC 20 strength athletics check as an action to escape. The GM can adjust the DC higher or lower depending on the nature of the rubble. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage, it doesn't fall prone or become buried. And I did a pretty good job for being pretty drunk.
Yeah, you did.
No.
So everyone falls to the ground except for Bandit 3. They all hit the deck. Knocked prone as the ground quakes.
Since they're pirates, do they hit the poop deck?
They do. Bandit 3 shouts, "Fuck this, boss," and takes off running.
Classic pirate.
The ground opens up and swallows all the bandits that did not run.
Monoway smites you. Yeah.
The gloom disappears, And you notice for just a moment the water running out of the eyes of the Weeping Maiden turn red.
Is that bad?
And then clear again, and then stop. As the maiden is no longer crying.
Hey, look, you made her happy.
Did you break it?
I did not break it.
You hear the footsteps of Bandit 3 echo off in the distance as the earth stops shaking.
Oh shit, is he running away? Are we still in combat? Can I run after him?
Oh my god.
You can try to chase him if you want to. You're going to have to jump over some fissures and shit. Like,
I am not jumping.
like you...
I am now worried about... One, I want to immediately be praying again. But before I start doing that, I'm going to say, remember the Vangarak, and then start praying. Because I'm afraid that might cause a disturbance. And the Vangarak might be headed our way. Quite a few, if there's more.
I mean, yeah. They did kill one.
You pray for like a minute. And there's no sound. Everything goes quiet. You start to hear like birds chirping. And just the general sounds of nature.
Is that in my head or just around filling the cave type of thing?
Filling the cave, like outside the cave mouth. The fissures start to gently move back into place.
I guess I'll walk out. I'll lead the way.
This is the way.
Yeah.
All right, you all step out into the afternoon sun.
Dave's not gonna leave first. He's gonna go over to the statue and like take off his hat and like bow, like thanks, and then he's gonna definitely take some of that water because he's gonna sell it, and then follow.
You grab a wineskin full of water. You all step out into the afternoon sun. You see the body of the Vangarak laying there dead.
I would like to try to loot it.
Same.
Excellent. You start ripping through its corpse, looking for things that are salvageable. Go ahead and each of you give me just a straight intelligence ability check, please.
0.
All right. There's nothing useful that you're able to remove from its corpse.
I hit a 20. Was I supposed to roll?
If you were going to be ripping apart the corpse of the Vangarak, otherwise.
Yeah, because I would want to play music again, because, Monoway.
Yeah,
Didn't
you're
it
able.
have like a... Sorry.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
Didn't it have like 25 crossbow bolts on its body?
It does have crossbow bolts in his body, but most of them you're unable to pull loose. They're already ruined, basically. But Wisteria, not only are you able to pull out like a chunk of flesh that makes an actually fairly decent drumhead when it's spread over the rib cage that you grabbed earlier.
Nice.
But you also are able to pull off the arms, and if you take those to someone who is proficient with like smith's tools, they would be able to turn those into nice scimitars for you.
Oh. I would insist they helped make them into a trident, but yes.
That would also be possible. Yeah, you can make them into the tips for your new trident.
Yeah, there we go.
And
Sure.
Trident's gonna be like 20 foot long.
And with that, you are able to walk away into the sunset under the protection of the Orb of Monoway. You arrive at your boat unbothered and are able to return to the city of Mithril. Congratulations, you have completed the Tears of the Weeping Maiden.
May I do a character resolution with Beth, please?
Absolutely. What would you like to do on the boat on the way home?
That was.
Yes. She's going to, I guess, would Jacqueline have a proper way of climbing aboard a boat, Bethleen?
Oh yeah, she does the. You've seen the Jack Sparrow movie thingies. Come on, she works like that. She was funny. I was gonna say that Octavia is very surprised and kind of upset that the Rodolfo pirate was so mean to her, because usually people are taken aback but nice and polite, not just like, I'll wear your armor tonight, because that means he'll kill me. It's like staring off into the distance on the front part of the boat. I know boat words.
Bow?
During the day instead of during the night, which is odd. So like brooding.
I'm going to walk up behind Octavia, Jack and Rose style. Lift Octavia's arms. I know you are my Jackie. Your hair's shorter, your skin's weirder, and I can see through you. But Jackie, I've known you for years. I've always been able to see through you.
I'm gonna turn around and take a very good look at your face. Do I remember this woman?
Make a wisdom check. Make a wisdom check.
This is the thing about being a ghost. I have memory loss. Just a wisdom check.
Yep.
Okay. Wait, that's a saving throw.
That's fine. That's close enough. You feel a sensation wash over you that's not so much that of a memory or a knowledge, but just a feeling of familiarity for just the briefest of moments, and then it slips just beyond your grasp as part of a life that is no longer yours.
If I knew you, it was in another life. But you're very helpful and nice to me, and I want to repay that.
Jackie, we can start a new life together. Grab your face and kiss it. My little seal whiskerer, my seal whiskers.
The question is do they taste like yogurt?
There's just a little bit of like yogurty ectoplasm in the kiss. But you
My question.
You make
My
out.
question is, do ghosts blush?
Sure. Like your cheeks turn purple as you enjoy a kiss as the twin moons of Skarn rise above the blood sea.
I didn't know that Hollow Legionnaire could suffocate when they turn purple.
Yeah.
Like,
The
oh, I
breath right
forgot
out
to
of 'em.
breathe.
Is anyone else
I
doing?
don't need.
Does anyone else have any final business they would like to
Dave was
attend to before
definitely
we-
spying, and he's like, damn, she's unavailable. Okay. I accept defeat. I'm gonna go throw down cards with the Triton again.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. That's us, man. Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns from the party at hand?
Amazing.
Glad you all had fun. Just
This was super fun.
thank you so much. Just a quick note, this adventure is part of Vigil Watch Part 1, The Toe Islands, which is available at Drive-Thru RPG. I'm going to go ahead and share a link to that in the chat real quick. So you can, if you pick that up, you'll get not only this adventure, but a bunch of information about the Blood Sea and this part of the Blood Sea and the pirates that live there and all that fun stuff. And that's available right now at Drive-Thru RPG. It's also on sale as part of the Christmas and July sale that ends like tomorrow.
I need to get that.
Once again, we are raising money all week for a number of charities. So tonight we've been working to raise money for RAINN. There's another RAINN fundraiser, I believe, on Thursday. If you check the fundraising homepage, it shows the links to everything that we're raising money for. Lots of cool charities in there. And yeah, we've been like super thrilled to have you all here joining us for this fun game. I was super thrilled to get the chance to run with such amazing people. I am truly blessed and lucky to have such an awesome crew I get to play with. So thank you all players for joining me tonight. Real quick before we bounce out, let's go ahead and just tell everybody again real quick all your pertinent details, who you are and who you've been playing, and your pronouns, and where they can find you on social media. Let's start with Trick.
Fantastic. I'm the Hair Trick on everything. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I was he, him. Wisteria Dalphon is also he, him. They were Ironbred cleric that was, I don't know how you would word it, I guess loyal to Monoway.
Yeah, worshipper of Monoway.
Yeah, and I thought it was in Keeley beforehand, so I had to learn as I went.
You did a fine job.
It's fine. But yeah, if I guess to talk about me, sell myself or whatever, I didn't really lead up to this that well, but I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. If you're ever interested in level design, I've been doing that for about 15 years, on or off, or give or take, for Relic Entertainment, THQ before their bankruptcy, and then in turn with Relic. I've done a total conversion mod for Doom 3 called Edge of Chaos. I talk about level design in just about everything that I do, especially if people ask about it. And as soon as I get YouTube figured out, I'll be discussing one of the bigger games that I've been playing lately, Escape from Tarkov, and all of the things wrong with their level design, because there's a lot. And just going over in kind of a more teaching format. Hopefully I'll be able to do it on YouTube. If not, I'll be uploading the videos directly to Twitch. But yeah, if you're ever interested in narrative design through world building storytelling, telling a story through an environment like fauna or visual clarity or anything like that, I am definitely the person that you could talk to about it, because I do all of that and have for a long time. So yeah.
Sweet. Rock and roll. Kitty, give us your pertinent details, please.
Well,
let us know where we can find you, and tell us who you are and all that jazz.
hi there, I'm Kitty of Raw. You can find me on Twitch at Kitty of Raw. You can also find me on Twitter at Kitty of Raw. You can find me on Plexstorm at Kitty of Raw. And then you can also find me with Roll for Seduction. And if you haven't heard of Roll for Seduction, you should go for rollforseduction.com and find it all out, because I am working with the Bethloon. It's probably not even down there. It's probably that direction. Wait,
Here.
Yeah, you're towards my scarf. That direction. We are part of Roll for Seduction, which is a nerdy D&D game that you probably don't want to watch over dinner with your parents, but
No.
you do it anyway, because F boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah, only do that if you're overage, please.
Yes.
For the love of everything.
Age, go to bed. It's
Yeah,
late.
grown folks only, please.
Yes.
All right, next up, Beth, give us your pertinence, please.
Letting kids exist.
Well, everything that Kitty said pertaining to Roll for Seduction, I'm also a member of that, and you can find me at Bethloon everywhere. You cannot find me, I just don't exist.
Excellent. Rock and roll. Next up, we have Roz. Give us your pertinence, please.
Hey, my name is Roz. Played Dave, the Doombeard here. Definitely trying to learn how to fill the hole in his heart currently with treasure. Thought it would be Octavia. That's cool. We're going back to treasure. It's not a big deal. And I'm a shooter. I'm in the Air Force. I don't have as many creative exploits as everybody else here, which sound wonderful. I love learning about all this stuff. I'm on one of Travis's other games, though, on the Alternative Wednesdays. I play a Hollow Legionnaire named Brick. And because I am in the Air Force, I kind of use him for a lot of veteran stereotypes to just kind of bring more awareness and visibility to stuff we go through. So it's pretty fun. It's not too bad. And I got my first podcast thing that I actually am part of, and not just a really fun participant in. It's called The Rice Balls on Spotify, and it's a podcast for Fruits Basket, the anime, which is a really great, cool anime. And I'm not as cool as everyone else with Twitter. I have Facebook, Rosalita. That's all I got. So
So yeah, find her, tell her, hey, check out the Rice Balls podcast. And last but not least, we've got Chaz. Give us your pertinence. I have your name listed as Rem on the thing, because I'm lazy.
So I'm Chaz, and I was playing Camras, the pirate sorcerer who cares only about his party and gives zero shits about anybody else who's not in his party. Was playing Rem in Travis's Monday game, who was a lovely, lovely character who had some faults, as we all do.
A few,
things happen. And when I'm not playing D&D, I study interactive storytelling and music.
Sweet. And about to be getting on that doctorate jam, right? Is that the next?
Yeah, starting the doctorate
Awesome.
in 3 weeks. I'm going to be doing my doctorate thing and teaching better classes because they trust me more, which is always a bad idea. But
So we'll be calling you Dr. Chaz?
I will be Dr. Chaz fairly soon.
That's awesome, man. Super, super happy for you because
Thanks.
I know you've been working hard as hell on that, and yeah, I'm just super happy for you and super proud of you. And lastly, I am Travis Legg. I'm at Travis Legg literally everywhere on the internet. When I am not here coordinating the programming, I am the line developer for Scarred Lands, and I run games over at Plastic Age Plays. What else do I do? Bunch of stuff, but yeah, those are the big ones. And once again, me and the other streamers of the Onyx Path Twitch family just decided, hey, the world is kind of a trash fire at the moment, so we were going to do the best that we could to make things a little better with these charity drives. So we hope that it has been entertaining for you. I cannot thank those of you who have supported it enough. It really means a lot. These are all of the causes that we're representing this week are very good, and just really work to make a dark world a little brighter. If you have not yet done so, please be sure to follow this channel. Subscribe if you feel so inclined, so you know when we go live. And you'll see we have a whole bunch more fun stuff coming up this week. And then next week is Gen Con Online, so we will be doing some streaming for that as well. If you join us over at the Plastic Age Plays channel, we will be playing there every Monday. We play another Scarred Lands campaign. We're starting our next session 0 is this Monday. And that's actually going to be hosted on the Onyx Path channel going forward. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, we're going to be here on Mondays too. So once again, big love to the people who supported with donations and with shares today. That means so much. Big love to my players. Thank you all so much for coming. And we will see you all again real soon. Stay socially distant and wash your hands and wear a mask, please.
Tip your waitress.
And tip your waitress.
That's